A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Remember, a Hallmark card when you care enough to send the very best. Tonight, from Hollywood, the makers of Hallmark greeting cards bring you Herbert Marshall in James Hilton's Lost Horizon on the Hallmark Playhouse. Each week, Hallmark will bring you Hollywood's greatest stars in outstanding stories chosen by one of the world's best-known authors, the distinguished novelist, Mr. James Hilton.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is James Hilton. Tonight on our Hallmark Playhouse, we have the great honor of welcoming one of Hollywood's most distinguished actors, Mr. Herbert Marshall.
Thank you, Jimmy. It's a great honor for me to play in your Lost Horizon. Not only a wonderful story, but it has really put a new word into the language. Shangri-La. I wonder if before we start, you'd mind telling us whether there is a real Shangri-La somewhere.
Well, you won't find it on any of the maps. But in a sort of a way, everyone can find his own Shangri-La in his own heart. It may not be easy, but the birth of a new year is a good time to make the resolution, to find a little personal peace of mind in a troubled world. And now, Frank, haven't you a word or two to say?
There's a new year coming, a new year with a brand new set of important days for remembering people, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. For all these days, for every memorable occasion on your calendar, there's a Hallmark card that says just what you want to say, the way you want to say it. And on the back of every card appears the Hallmark that says you cared enough to send the very best. Now, James Hilton's Lost Horizon, starring Herbert Marshall.
You are now deep in the mountains of Tibet, the highest part of the Earth's surface. That snow-capped peak above you is Karakau, and below, in the valley of the Blue Moon, lies the lamasery of Shangri-La.
I came to this world across the mountains from India. We had been flying from Baskul to Peshawar on the northwest frontier. I was the British consul in Baskul, and my vice-consul, a young fellow named Mallinson, was making the trip with me. Besides us, there were two other passengers and the pilot. Our plane should have landed in Peshawar at about 5:30. We never arrived at our destination.
Conway. I say, Conway, are you asleep?
What's the matter, Mallinson? Anything wrong?
I'm not sure, but I think our pilot's off his course.
Nonsense.
Well, look down there. Nothing but mountains as far as you can see.
I don't recognize this part of the world at all. I should say you were right, Mallinson. The man's lost his way.
Was that Conway? You say we were lost?
Lost? Good heavens.
It's quite all right, Miss Sprinkler. There's nothing to be upset about, I'm sure.
Still, there's nothing like finding out, is there? Shall I speak to the pilot, Conway?
Thanks, I'll do it. You, there, pilot. Open the panel.
I advise that you ask no questions, please.
Oh, certainly.
Look here, we want to know where we are.
I advise that you be seated.
I will not be seated.
Madison, I don't know whether you've noticed it, but there's a revolver pointed directly at my chest. I think you better do as the gentleman suggests. For hours after that, we sat in the darkness, each of us pretending to sleep. Suddenly, the plane lurched sharply. There was a loud rushing sound in my ears, and I realized we were coming down, but fast, much too fast. We stumbled from the plane, badly shaken, and all but the pilot uninjured. The cold was intense, a solid, icy cold that you could touch with your fingertips. I knew we must be somewhere in Tibet, a vast, barren region of windswept upland.
Conway!
I'm here. There's something the matter with this pilot fella.
There was little we could do for him, and as the early rays of the sun caught the summit of the mountain, the man died.
I say, Conway.
Yeah?
I've just been looking at that mountain. Am I seeing things? Are those men coming toward us?
They were men, a party of a dozen or more, crawling like ants across the white face of the cliff. As they drew near, we saw they carried among them a hooded chair, and in it a heavily robed figure, an elderly Chinese, gray-haired, clean-shaven.
I come from the lamasery of Shangri-La. My name is Chang. You, sir, would you be good enough to present me to your friends?
Of course, this is Miss Brinklow, Mr. Barnard, and Mr. Melanson. My name is Conway.
Conway, yes. Your plane is beyond repair?
I'm afraid so. And anyway, our pilot is dead.
Yes. You will come to Shangri-La. It is a hazardous journey, and the only place of habitation within 1,000 miles. I shall be happy to accompany you.
That's very kind, thank you.
And we'd like to hire some of your porters to help us on the journey back. We want to return to civilization as soon as possible.
Are you so certain you are away from it?
There was a pass of 20,000 feet, which we managed with the aid of long ropes. When we had struggled breathlessly to the top, I saw above us, shimmering in the rosy twilight, the loveliest mountain on earth.
That snow-capped peak above you is Karakal. And below, in the valley of the Blue Moon, lies the lamasery of Shangri-La.
I never exactly remembered how we arrived at the lamasery. The thin air had a dreamlike texture, and I was conscious of a strange sensation, half mystical, half visual, of having reached at last some place that was an end, a finality. Shangri-La, I learned, was a sort of monastery whose inhabitants ruled the natives in the valley below. Those in full arborhood numbered about 50, and their prevalent belief was in moderation, the virtue of avoiding excess of all kinds. These things I learned the first night as I stood with Chang on the broad balcony overlooking the valley.
There is something more you would like to know, Mr. Conway?
Please. I want to know, this morning, when you found us, were you setting out on a journey?
No.
Then you came there deliberately to intercept us? How did you know we were coming?
You are very clever. But I should counsel you not to worry your friends with these abstract discussions.
No, they want something more concrete. They want to know exactly how long you're going to keep us here.
There will be certain unavoidable delays.
How long?
The difficulties of the trip. Securing the necessary porters.
How long, please?
You may tell your friends a few months.
But you don't guarantee it. Is that what you mean? For myself, I can't say I shall mind a great deal. It's a new and interesting experience.
In time to come, you may find it even more interesting. Good night.
In the days that followed at Shangri-La, I gave myself over to a rich and growing enchantment. In the petal-colored buildings which dotted the mountain, I recognized priceless treasures of art, paintings and sketches, exquisite ceramics preserved for more than 1,000 years. In the spacious library, I discovered the great literature of the present and of centuries past. One morning, I stood beside a lotus pool in an open pavilion of the lamasery. In an archway behind me, a young girl was seated at a harpsichord. That was very lovely.
You are pleased?
More than pleased. Oh, my name is Hugh Conway.
They call me Lotsen.
Lotsen. And do you live below in the valley?
No, I live here.
At the lamasery?
Yes. But as yet I have not attained the full lamahood.
You mean you are a lama?
Yes.
I'm a bit confused. I thought only men could be lamas.
They will tell you when you have been here longer that in the lamahood there are no distinctions between a man and a woman.
But you're hardly more than a child.
Shall I play for you again?
Please.
Good morning.
Oh, Jan.
You are pleased with Lotsen?
She plays beautifully.
She has studied for a great many years.
Oh, how could she? How old is Lotsen?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you.
One night the moonlight fell on Shangri-La, bathing the pavilion in a sea of blue.
I am sorry to disturb you at this hour, but I bring you important news.
Yes, Jan.
I congratulate you, sir. Tonight you are to be received by the High Lama.
As I followed Chang through the lamasery, I knew I was on the threshold of some great discovery. Pattering in front of me, he mounted a spiral staircase to a door which opened noiselessly before us. Chang left silently. As I became accustomed to the gloom, I saw sitting before me a small and wrinkled man. He was motionless, a fading antique portrait in Chinese dress. His face thin and drawn tight over the frame of his skull. And his eyes. I felt dizzy beneath the gaze of those ancient eyes.
You are Mr. Conway.
I am.
It is a pleasure to see you, Mr. Conway. Please sit down. I am an old man and can do no one any harm.
I feel it a great honor to be received by you.
Thank you. Chang tells me you have been asking many questions about our community and its affairs.
I am very much interested in them.
The history of Shangri-La begins rightly in the city of Peking in the year 1719. For it was then that 4 friars set out on a long and perilous journey. They traveled southwest for many months by Lanchao and Nonokawa, facing many hardships. 3 died on the way, and the 4th was not far from death, when by accident he stumbled into the rocky defile that today remains the only practical approach to our Valley of the Blue Moon. There, to his joy and surprise, he found a friendly population who bade him welcome, and quickly he recovered his health. His name was Father Perrault. For more than half a century, Father Perrault labored with his hands like any other man, tilling his own garden and learning from the inhabitants as well as teaching them. Then, in the year 1789, news descended to the valley that Father Perrault was dying at last. He bade his friends farewell, but the end was not yet. He lay for many weeks without speech or movement, and then he began to recover. He was then 108.
The ancient Lama paused. What he had told me was not beyond belief, but as he went on, I was held speechless with wonder. It was 14 years later, he told me, that a wanderer found his way to Father Perrault's monastery, an Austrian named Henschel. A great friendship sprang up between the two, and Henschel stayed on. It was then that they had a wild, fantastic dream. Art treasures from Europe and Asia were purchased with the valley's gold and stored at Shangri-La. The library was filled with the great works of the world. And later it was decided to admit travelers and strangers who had lost their way.
Yes, Mr. Conway. Strangers might come as freely as they wished, but with one important proviso.
And what was that?
In 1910, Henschel died. He was killed.
In 1910, but you said he came here in 1803.
Yes.
And he was killed, you said?
Yes. A traveler shot him. There had been a quarrel about some porters. Henschel had just told him of the important proviso that governs our reception of guests. And perhaps you are wondering, my dear Conway, what that proviso may be.
I think I can already guess. We are to stay here all of our lives.
And can you guess anything else after this long and curious story of mine?
It seems impossible. And yet, impossible as it may be, I know that it's the truth.
What is, my son?
That you are still alive, Father Perrault.
In a moment, James Hilton will return to bring you the second act of Lost Horizons, starring Herbert Marshall. Your 1949 Hallmark date book is waiting for you now. It's your friendly Hallmark store's way of saying Happy New Year to you. People who already have theirs say it's just about the most useful little book they ever saw. There's a separate calendar page for every month of the coming year, and space for jotting down things to remember each day. There's also room for names and addresses of people you'll want to remember during each month. And in the back, well, there's one of the most useful features of all, a place for next year's Christmas card list, with a way to check each name to show cards sent and cards received. Yes, a Hallmark date book is so convenient, you'll find yourself referring to it constantly, using it for all sorts of reminders to yourself. Reminders of social engagements, appointments, anniversaries. Reminders to do those thoughtful little things that will mean so much to all your friends and loved ones through the coming year. It's just the right size to slip into your purse or to keep handy beside your telephone. And it's such a beautiful little book. With its camellia-decorated cover, its pink and white pages. Now, to get your Hallmark date book, simply visit the friendly store where you find Hallmark greeting cards and ask for it. It's yours without obligation. Better get your Hallmark date book right away, in time to start the new year right. And now, James Hilton and the second act of Lost Horizon, starring Herbert Marshall.
Conway learned one of the secrets of Shangri-La that night, the secret of prolonged human life. For the High Lama who sat beside him had lived for nearly 2.5 centuries. Conway's coming was no accident, he said. There had been no travelers to Shangri-La for 20 years. Many lamas had died, and the pilot had been sent out into the world to find new persons to take their places.
Then there is death at Shangri-La.
Yes, my son. There are many of us who live no more than 100 years.
And if one of your lamas were to leave the Valley of the Blue Moon...
He would die. His years would fall on his shoulders like a great burden, and he would die. Very soon. An old, old man.
Lutsen.
You have seen the High Lama?
Lutsen, how did you come here?
I was betrothed to a prince of Turkestan. We were traveling to Kashgar to meet him when my carriers lost their way in the mountains.
When did this happen?
I was 18.
18? Then now you are...
The missionaries of Shangri-La found us. They brought us here. I never saw the man I was to marry.
Then in all these years, you have never known the meaning of love. Lutsen, is there no love at Shangri-La? She did not answer, but I saw a faint flush rising in her ivory cheek. And then I was aware that someone had entered the pavilion and was watching us. It was Mallinson. One night, At midnight, I was summoned to the presence of the High Lama.
Tell me, my son, have you been happy at Shangri-La?
Quite happy, Father Perrault.
And what of your friends? Will they learn to be content also?
I'm afraid Mallinson is going to be a problem.
He is going to be your problem.
Why mine?
Because, my son, I am going to die.
You, Father Perrault?
Yes, we are all mortal, even here in the Valley of the Blue Moon. But I must feel at rest before I die. That is why I sent for you tonight.
You do me a great honor, Father.
I have waited for you, my son, for a long time. My son, there is a great storm gathering in the world, a black fury which will not spend itself for many years. It may rage till every flower of culture is trampled and all human things are leveled in vast chaos. But I believe that you will live through the storm. I see a new world stirring in the ruins, seeking its lost and legendary treasures. And they will all be here, my son, hidden behind the mountains in the Valley of the Blue Moon. And you will be here to give them to the hopeful world. My son, I place in your hands the heritage and destiny of Shangri-La.
The High Lama stopped speaking. The glow in his eyes faded. Presently it came to me as in a dream. The High Lama was dead.
Conway, I've been waiting for you. I said, what's the matter, Conway? Are you ill?
No, just tired.
Well, pull yourself together, man. The porters are waiting for us.
Porters?
It's all arranged. They're going to take us back to Perchoir. Miss Brinklow and Bartlett are staying.
Who's been making all these plans?
Lutsen. She's with the porters now. She's waiting.
No.
I'm in love with Lutsen. And she loves me. She's coming with us.
Lutsen must not go. It's impossible.
Why? Why is it impossible?
You must take my word for it. Lutsen must never leave here.
Conway, we need your help. We can't manage the cliff without you. I want to get away from this place. And Lutsen, too. She's young. Doesn't she count?
Lutsen is not young.
Not young, you're raving.
It's the truth. Her beauty is a fragile thing that can live only where fragile things are loved. Mallinson, listen to me. I tried then to tell him the secret of Shangri-La. He looked at me as though I were mad. And as I read the disbelief in his eyes, I began to doubt myself. And then Lutsen came to me.
You will help us, please. We need you.
Lutsen, do you wish to leave Shangri-La?
Yes.
You understand the risk? If you leave this valley, you will fade away like an echo.
Oh, you have been listening to the fables of these old men.
You mean?
I love him. If he is not with me, I would die. Here.
For hours I paced the balcony. I could not tell whether I had been mad and was now sane, or had been sane for a time and was now mad again. But always before we were the wistful, pleading eyes of the little Manchu girl. That morning, with the wind roaring through the jagged cliffs, we made the descent from Shangri-La.
For weeks they traveled toward the east, Mallinson, the girl, and Conway, and then the porters began to desert. One by one they disappeared, then there were just the three of them, creeping like snails across the desert wilderness. For a long while there were only two. Mallinson had died. At first Conway tried to believe it was the hardship of the journey which had changed Lutsen.
I can go no further.
We must go on, Lutsen.
I'm tired.
That must be the last range of that mountain. You see, Lutsen?
It is too far. I cannot see so far.
One more step, Lutsen. One more step. One more. No.
You must go on alone from here.
eyes were shadows, cross-kid and drawn, the color of ancient parchment. Her cheekbones, Lotsen.
I am old. I am so old. So old.
They found us on the road to Chongqiang, and we were taken to the hospital there. Lotsen, they told me later. Lotsen died that same night. The oldest woman they had ever seen. The storm of which Father Perot warned me still threatens the world. Not yet has the Christian ethic been fulfilled when the meek shall inherit the earth. But Shangri-La has a heritage to cherish and bequeath with such wisdom as men will need when their passions are spent. Soon I hope I'll return. Somewhere beyond Lhasa, on the high roof of the world, I seem to picture a long plateau running north, and far away a mountain rising white against the sky. I hope to find it again, for this, I think, is Karakal. And beyond is Shangri-La and the Valley of the Blue Moon.
Before James Hilton returns with Herbert Marshall to tell you about next week's show, our first show for the new year, here's a wish for the new year from the makers of Hallmark greeting cards. May your calendar for 1949 be filled with memorable days, and may they all be happy ones. To keep a record of them, remember to get your Hallmark date book. It's waiting for you now. It's yours without obligation from the friendly store where you'll find Hallmark greeting cards. Now, here's James Hilton.
You've heard the legend of Shangri-La with its abiding message of peace. I hope most fondly that the new year will bring all of us some of that same peace, some of that same freedom of mind and spirit, and above all, some of that same inner happiness. To you, Herbert Marshall, our most sincere thanks for being Conway, and for the warm and sympathetic character you created for us.
Jimmy, there's nothing in modern literature I know of that leaves one with such hope and beauty, and the feeling of future promise, as does the poetry and philosophy you have woven into Lost Horizon. Thank you, Jimmy, for the pleasure I've had. And I'd like to thank your sponsors, the maker of Hallmark cards, for having shown the good taste to have chosen you as their weekly host. But from what I've seen of their fine greeting cards, good taste is a tradition with Hallmark.
Thank you, Bart, for those nice words, for your own superb performance, and for just being with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the old year's fast drawing to a close, and the new year is just about ready to lift its head over the horizon of history. All of us, Dee Engelbach, our director-producer, Lynn Murray, who composed and conducted the music, George Wells, our adapter for tonight, and every one of us who is a member of the Hallmark family hopes that for you the new year will bring rich blessings and the fulfillment of your dearest wishes. Next week we'll present one of the motion picture's most popular actors, Robert Young, in a great story by Louis Brumfield, MacLeod's Folly. And the following week, Helen Hull's Clay-Shuttered Doors, starring Jane Wyman. So until next year, and that is to say next Thursday, this is James Hilton saying good night and a Happy New Year.
Look for Hallmark cards that are sold only in stores that have been carefully selected to give you expert and friendly service. Remember Hallmark cards when you care enough to send the very best. Herbert Marshall will soon be seen with Margaret O'Brien and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's The Secret Garden. This is Frank Goss saying good night. This program came to you from the Hallmark Playhouse. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
it's Tuesday night again. Time for another pleasant visit with George Burns and Gracie Allen, their guests, Herbert Marshall, Jimmy Cash, and Paul Whiteman and his music. And now meet the people who live in the Burns house, George and Gracie. Well, today Gracie has a luncheon date with her girlfriend, Tootsie Sagwell. We find them now at the Romney Village Gypsy Tea Room. Special luncheon, 45 cents. Tea leaves red.
Oh, isn't this place simply marvelous, Tootsie? So quaint, so gypsy-ish.
Yes, and I just love this gypsy food. Isn't it delicious?
Oh, wonderful. I've never tasted such corned beef hash.
My pig knuckles are divine, too.
Pardon, madame. I am the Swami. Would the ladies care to have their fortune told?
Oh, Gracie, laugh.
Oh, I love it, too. How much do you charge?
Oh, there is no charge, madame. You have merely to order a cup of our gypsy tea, and I will read the leaves absolutely free.
Oh, wonderful. How much is the tea?
$3 a cup, madame.
$3? Oh, my goodness, we're lucky gypsies don't read coffee grounds.
Here is the tea, madame. Now then, I shall start with the fortune of the young lady.
Me?
Perhaps I should start with the pretty one.
Oh, well, I would have lost anyway.
Come on, Mr. Swami. Tell my fortune.
Very well, madame. I see a man in your life. No, wait. It is not a man. Yes, it is a man. What is it?
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Tootsie? He sees George already.
Yeah.
And this man's name, it starts with a G.
Well, now that's uncanny. How on earth did you know?
The leaves are infallible, madame.
Oh, I just can't wait. Read my fortune now, Mrs. Swami.
Very well, madame. Oh, my. I see trouble for you in the future. It is something about taxes, I think. Income taxes.
Why, this man is amazing.
Isn't he, though? And I know he's right because there's a letter from the tax department sticking right out of your handbag.
Oh, Gracie, you know, you're so lucky you're married to George. You don't have to worry about income tax.
I know. Oh, gee, Tootsie, I hope you get married soon so you'll have a dependent, too.
Mrs. Swami, what else do you see in the teacup?
I see someone coming into your life in the very near future, madame. It is a man.
Oh, well, that's nice. A man?
Yes, a handsome man, and well-to-do. He will cross your path soon.
Oh, Tootsie, isn't that thrilling? Isn't that wonderful? What's his name, Mr. Swami?
His name? I cannot see his name.
Oh, just tell me the initials of this handsome man.
Handsome man. H.M.
H.M.
I don't know any H.M., Gracie.
Well, neither do I, Tootsie. Except, oh, gee, could that be possible? You, Tootsie Sagwell, ruling over all those people?
Gracie, what are you talking about?
Everybody bowing? Oh, no, of course I forgot.
What's that?
His Majesty is already married. I'm home. George, put down that Western magazine and answer me. I said hello.
Oh, howdy, gal. Come into the corral and set a spell.
I wish you'd stop reading cowboy love tales.
But, sweetheart, it's the best magazine on the market.
Well, maybe so, but it's doing awful things to our married life. Gee, I'll never forget when I stopped at that perfume counter at the May Company. You said, "You don't need that there stuff, gal. You already smell like a newborn calf to me."
Well, that's a compliment. Oklahoma Tex always says that to Lucy.
Oh, forget Oklahoma Tex.
Forget Oklahoma Tex?
Forget him.
I'm crazy about him.
You know, Tootsie Sagwell and I had our fortunes told, and a dream man is coming into her life. Isn't that exciting? George, put down that magazine.
Yeah? Okay, I was listening.
Well, what did I say?
That you bought a new hat.
That's not what I said.
Well, it never missed before.
I said I'd been to a fortune teller.
Well, that's nice.
Say, George, do you know any wealthy, glamorous, fascinating man whose initials are HM?
Yes.
Who?
Harpo Marx.
Oh, George, he wouldn't do. A girl couldn't be happy with a man who just sits there and honks at her. Anybody else?
HM. Well, Herbert Marshall.
Herbert Marshall. Yeah, he's wealthy, glamorous, and fascinating. Yeah, that's he. Oh, thank you, George.
Gracie, what's this all about?
Oh, he must be the HM the fortune teller was talking about. The lover chosen by fate, the dream man.
He told you about a lover? A dream man? Gracie, I always thought that I was
only a man like Herbert Marshall could make up for all those dull, monotonous years.
Well, Gracie, granted,
Oh,
I'm not...
George, you just don't realize that a girl can be starved for romance.
Starved?
Oh, it's marvelous, George, just marvelous. Well, I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
Upstairs to put on my very best dress.
Gracie.
And then I'm coming right down and I'm going over to Herbert Marshall's house and fix up a date.
Gracie, come back here. Please come back. Gracie! Gracie!
George, I heard you yelling clear out on the porch. What's the matter?
Well, it's Gracie, Bill. She's leaving me. She said I wasn't attractive. She said I wasn't a dream man.
Gracie said that?
Yes.
Well, gee, and imagine those millions of people who think of her as a nitwit.
Don't be funny. My wife is leaving me for Herbert Marshall. Step aside. I'm going upstairs to break this up.
Oh, no, George. That's exactly the wrong thing to do.
It is?
Oh, sure. Now, let me tell you how a friend of mine handled the situation when his wife left him.
How?
Well, he put a notice in the personal column of every newspaper, and it said, "Darling wife, all is forgiven. Come home to hubby, and he'll buy you Swan, the new white floating soap that's purer than the finest Castile soaps. Pure as an angel."
Oh, Bill,
But George, it worked. It not only worked for my friend, but 10,000 other wives came home to their husbands. They did.
You're worse than I am. Look, Bill, I'm going to talk to Gracie.
No, now wait, George. I don't say that plan will get Gracie back from Herbert Marshall. In fact, I don't think it will.
You don't, eh?
Oh, no, you'll have to go further. You'll have to say that because Swan is purer than the finest Castiles, you can use it to help safeguard your hands when you wash dishes or do any other soap and water job that comes along. And those mild, pure Swan suds will really get your work done, too. Just put that in the personal column.
Oh, fine friend you are. Talking about Swan. And my heart is breaking.
Well, I'm sorry, George. And believe me, my heart is breaking for you. Breaking like a bar of Swan, which you know you can break in two with an easy twist of the wrist.
Out.
And use one half in the kitchen for your dishes and house cleaning.
Out. Gee, he drives me crazy.
And the other half in the bathroom for your hands and face or for your tub and shower.
Out. Gee, even Bill hinted that I'm not so attractive anymore. Maybe I don't smile enough. I'll bet very few people know I've got dimples. Well,
How do I look, George? Do you think he'll be impressed?
Gracie, are you really going through with this?
Well, yes, why shouldn't I?
Well, okay, before you go, answer just one question.
All right.
What's Herbert Marshall got that I haven't got?
Oh, well, George, look, I'm in a hurry now. Let's discuss that sometime when we've got the whole day together.
Paul Whiteman, the boys, and the Sick Bits in the Mist woke up singing this morning, and what do you think they had in their mind? It was, "I had the craziest dream."
In my dreams, the strangest things appear. I had the craziest dream last night. Yes, I did. I never dreamt it could be, yet there you were, in love with me. I found your lips close to mine, so I kissed you, and you didn't mind it at all. But when I'm awake, such a break never happens. How long can a guy go on dreaming like I do? If there's a chance that you care, then please say you do. Baby, say it and make my craziest dreams come true.
Gracie has rushed over to Herbert Marshall's house to inform him of his romantic future. She knocks at the door.
Oh, hello, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall, do you remember me?
Of course I do. You're Gracie Allen. How's, oh, it's annoying. I know your husband very well. I can't recall his first name.
Well, it's George.
Yes, so it is. It made me forgetting good old George Allen.
Oh, Mr. Marshall, it's George Burns.
Oh, yes, of course.
I guess you got George confused with my father.
Well, that is a possibility. Won't you, sit down?
Well, thank you. I'm glad you remember me, Mr. Marshall. I don't like to ask favors of strangers unless I know them.
I see. You have a favor to ask?
Well, yes. I went to a fortune teller today, and he said you're Tootsie Sagwell's dream man.
Tootsie Sagwell?
Uh-huh.
Is that a woman?
It certainly is. Here, this is her picture.
I repeat, is that a woman?
Well, just think, out of 100 million men, the fortune teller picked you for Tootsie. Isn't that thrilling?
Blood-curdling. But, Gracie, fortunately for me, I do not believe in fortune tellers.
Well, how can you say that? Why, a fortune teller once told my mother that she was going to take a trip across water.
And did she?
The very next day. She was scrubbing the kitchen floor, and she fell over the pail.
Amazing.
But, Mr. Marshall, you were meant for Tootsie.
No, but Gracie.
Oh, you and Tootsie have so much in common. She's an actress, too.
Really?
Oh, really? At our club last week, she did an impersonation of Gypsy Rose Lee.
Oh, please.
Oh, it was so exciting. The orchestra played the strip polka, and Tootsie came out, and all the men in the audience yelled, "Keep it on! Keep it on!"
Yeah, I can see their point. You know, Grace, I simply can't have a love affair with this Miss Sagwell.
You won't be Tootsie's dream man?
Frankly, I have neither the time nor the courage.
But, Mr. Marshall, the fortune teller...
Gracie, it would take more than a fortune teller to make me go out with a creature like that.
You'd need a more important reason.
I certainly would.
Oh. Well, then I guess I'll have to tell you the truth.
The truth?
Yes. I'll bear my shame. I hoped I'd never have to tell this to anybody.
Good heavens, what is it?
Well, I want you to take Tootsie away from George.
What? You mean George and this Tootsie?
Yes. Oh, please don't tell anybody, especially George.
Well, I can't believe it.
Oh, well, don't blame Tootsie. It's not her fault. George pursues her.
The bounder. How can you live with a man? He's a cad.
Yeah, I know. But he's the cad I'm used to.
No, don't cry, Gracie.
Oh, dear. Nobody will help me.
Wait, Gracie, I'll help you. I'll do it. I'll make love to this Sagwell person if it'll save your home.
Oh, thank you. I'll arrange everything.
Now, goodbye, child. That beast doesn't deserve a sweet, innocent girl like you.
Yeah, I know. Goodbye.
Gracie!
Why, George, what are you doing here?
I followed you. What were you doing in Herbert Marshall's house?
It's a short cut to the market.
A short cut to the market?
Well, you get me so nervous.
Gracie!
Well, all right, I'll tell you. We just arranged a little date for tonight.
Well, that's settled. I'm going in there and tell that wolf
Oh,
a finger.
George!
Yes? Oh, it's you.
You're darn right, it's me. My wife was just here. Do you deny it?
Deny it? Why, of course not.
And do you deny you just arranged a date?
No.
But, as one friend to another, what's your opinion of a man who'd break up a home?
George, let's face it, you're a complete and utter stinker.
I'm a stinker?
Unquestionably. I've seen the woman who's involved in this affair, George. Is she worth all this?
She is to me. Why, there isn't another one like her in the whole world.
That I will guarantee. Don't be a fool, George. Give her up.
Never.
But look at it from Grace's side a moment. She's too nice to have her life ruined. She deserves only the best there is.
Brother, are you conceited?
Now, George, what do you see in this Tootsie Sagwell?
Tootsie Sagwell? What's she got to do with it?
Well, aren't you in love with Tootsie?
In love with Tootsie? No. I go steady with Boris Karloff.
No, but Gracie said she wanted me to take Tootsie away from you. That's why she arranged a date for us.
Gracie arranged a date for you and Tootsie?
Yes.
Oh, now I get it. This is another scheme of Gracie's to help Tootsie. You see, Tootsie is dying to get a husband.
Well, she's insane to ask a volunteer. She ought to try selective service. Anyway, this lets me out of the date.
Now, wait a minute, Bart. I can't spoil this date for Gracie. She'll never forgive me. You've got to go through with it.
But, George, look at that picture.
Bart, it's only one night out of your life, and it'll save my neck.
Oh, well, if it means that much to you.
Oh, thanks, Bart. I knew you'd do it. See you tonight.
You don't suppose Tootsie will make love to me, do you?
Well, she might.
Oh, murder. Now I know what a commando has to go through.
Oh.
Well, Jimmy Cash has cooked himself up a mighty tasty arrangement of I Cared a Little Bit Less. And here it is, Okay, Jimmy.
Maybe I haven't a chance. Maybe you don't even care. Baby, is this a romance or a one-sided love affair? I wouldn't feel so lonely for someone I love and adore if I cared a little bit less and you cared a little bit more. I wouldn't cry my heart out for kisses I miss at your door if I cared a little bit less and you cared a little bit more. It all would be so simple if you were me and I were you. You'd realize what love is and you could see my point of view. Oh, darling, time's a-wasting when heaven is only next door. 'Cause I'll never care any less. Won't you care a little bit
Well, Tootsie ought to be here any minute, Mr. Marshall. Aren't you thrilled?
I've got goose pimples, if that's what you mean.
Oh, I hear footsteps on the walk. She's here.
Now, Bart, act like you're glad to see her.
George, I'm as hammy as the next, but frankly, I'm not that good an actor.
Here she is.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Well, I must say you're better looking than your picture, Tootsie.
Huh?
Oh, no, that isn't Tootsie. That's Bill Goodwin. You can tell them apart easily, Mr. Marshall. Tootsie's taller.
Oh, I see.
Bill, this is Mr. Herbert Marshall.
Oh, how do you do? Herbert Marshall? George, isn't this the wolf who's trying to wreck your home?
Well, Bill, it's all
now,
right.
quiet, George.
Well, but
this is what friends are for, to handle these affairs of honor. Mr. Marshall, I challenge you to a duel with pistols.
Well, I better warn you, I'm the best pistol shot in the state.
Oh. Well, I challenge you with swords.
I happen to be an expert swordsman.
Oh. Well, I challenge you to find a purer soap than Swan. Women have long considered Castile soaps the standard of purity, and Swan is even purer than the finest Castiles. Money can't buy a purer soap.
Look, Bill, you don't have to worry about Herbert Marshall taking Gracie away from me.
Oh,
You see,
George,
the whole
I'm
thing-
not thinking of you.
Oh.
You can find another woman, possibly. I'm thinking of the babies.
Babies?
What babies?
All babies, Mr. Marshall. Swan's great for bathing them. Because after all, if Swan is purer than the finest Castiles, well, it's bound to be kind of even a baby's tender skin.
Bill, Herbert Marshall bathes very few babies.
Well, all right.
Probably doesn't bathe over 3 or 4 babies a year.
Well, all right,
He
George.
and Ronald Coleman put together.
Well, all right.
And you can throw in Lawton.
But remember, if Swan is kind to a baby's tender skin, then it must be swell for anybody's hands and face, anybody's complexion, anybody's bath or shower.
Mr. Goodwin, a few moments ago you were talking about a duel. What happened?
Duel? Oh, yes, forget it. I accept your apology. Well, goodbye, Mr. Marshall.
Ah, eccentric fellow, isn't he?
Yes, we love him, too. Oh, goodness, I wish Tootsie'd get here. You must be all on edge, Mr. Marshall.
I definitely am.
She's probably having trouble with the new makeup I suggested for her nose. Blue, green, yellow crayon.
On her nose?
Well, yes. I got the idea from an article on camouflage. Those colors will make a 16-inch gun fade into the background.
Believe me, Bart, it'll be an improvement.
This must be Tootsie now. Come in.
Gracie, darling.
Tootsie Sagwell.
Oh, Gracie, you said you had a surprise for me. What is it?
Well, here it is. Your dream man, H.M., Herbert Marshall.
Herbert Marshall? Oh, he's beautiful.
George, I think I'm about to faint.
Buck up, kid.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Marshall? I'm so glad you're mine, you lovely, lovely man.
Miss Sagwell, please put me down.
Do I have to, Gracie?
Well, Tootsie, I guess you'd better. Here, put him on the sofa.
All right, there. You comfy, Herbert?
Do you realize you're sitting on my lap?
Oh, sure.
Oh, George, turn out all the lights. I just know they want to snuggle.
No. I beg of you, don't turn them off. No.
No, leave them on. My dream man and I want to look at each other. Look at me, Herbert.
George.
Yes, Bart.
You may turn them off.
You're safer this way.
Miss Sagwell, do you realize you're squeezing me very hard?
Oh, sure.
Well, I wish you wouldn't. It's rather warm in this room, isn't it?
Kiss me, Herbert.
Yeah, I'm getting warmer. George, is this house heated by an oil burner?
Yes, it is, Bart.
Kiss me, Herbert.
George, you should really cut your thermostat down to a temperature of 65 degrees. The government is asking all homeowners to do that in order to prevent a more serious shortage of fuel oil this winter.
Well, that's right. I'll do that. Anything else you'd like to mention?
No, that's all.
Kiss me, Herbert.
As I was saying, you should put the thermostat as low as possible at night and leave it there until morning.
Kiss me, Herbert.
And keep it low in the daytime if the family is going to be out.
Kiss her, Herbert.
And never heat any bedrooms.
Kiss me, Herbert.
And you can save 10% of your fuel by drawing all your window shades and drapes at sundown.
Herbert?
Yes, Miss Sagwell?
That's enough courtship. Let's get married.
George, may I see you a moment, old man?
Sure, Bart. What is it?
George, you've simply got to get me out of this. That woman, and I use the term loosely, has a gleam in her eye that I don't like.
Well, gee, Bart, you're an actor. Make up an exit.
Well, I'll try. Oh, Miss Sagwell.
Yes, Angel Pie.
Oh, me. Miss Sagwell, before we go any further, there is something you must know about me.
What?
I have a past, Miss Sagwell. I have lived.
Is that all? Oh, it should happen to me.
No, you don't understand. It all happened when I was but a lad. What did I know of the city or its evil ways? Then she came into my life.
Who?
She.
Oh, her.
Yes. It wasn't my fault, I swear it. How was I to know there was anything more than harmless 7-Up in that glass?
Oh, she didn't.
You don't know her.
Who?
Her.
Oh, she.
Yes. Gad, how I hated myself in the morning.
Women are beasts.
Yes, they are.
Well, you'll never find a nicer beast than Tootsie.
Oh, Herbert, forget your past. All I want to hear are those 3 little words that tell me how you feel about me.
Very well.
Say them.
Goodbye, Miss Sagwell.
Herbert!
Miss Mr. Marshall, come back.
Stop it. Herbert Marshall never had any idea of marrying Tootsie. And goodbye.
Oh, dear. I don't know what.
Oh, no, don't cry, Tootsie. There isn't any reason to cry.
I can't help it. I can't get a feller.
Fortune tellers are never wrong, Tootsie. Someday your HM will come along.
I won't even be here if he does. He'll probably throw me in jail on account of my income tax.
Oh, no, they won't, Tootsie. Let's see that letter from Washington.
Yes. I was just born under an unlucky star, that's all.
Tootsie, he's come into your life, HM. The fortune teller was right. Huh? Well, look at the signature on this letter. Henry Morgenthau.
George and Gracie will be back in just a second. So all I have time to say is this. When you buy Swan, you not only get a soap that's purer than the finest Castile soaps, you get a soap that gives you all the suds you need for any soap and water job in the house. Faster than other white floating soaps. Use Swan for the dishes. Use it for your hankies, hose, and undies. Use it in place of easily wasted package soaps. Use it in place of expensive toilet soaps. Yes, and use Swan knowing that it really is purer than the finest Castile. Well, here they are, George and Gracie.
Gracie, this is no time of the night to bother Herbert Marshall.
But this is important. Hello.
Oh, no, not again.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that poor Tootsie can't sleep a wink.
Well, surely I'm not responsible for that.
Oh, yes, you are. You left our house in such a hurry you forgot your derby hat.
Well?
Well, Tootsie's keeping it under her pillow.
Come on.
The makers of Swan, the new white floating soap, join George and Gracie in inviting you to tune in again next week, same time, when their special guest will be that bad man of the movies, Akim Tamirov. Remember, Swan also brings you another of radio's top shows, Tommy Riggs and Betty Lou, over another network. Now, till next week, this is Bill Goodwin saying, well, I, Swan, how about you? Good night.
Yes, it's Sealtest Variety Theater with Henry Russell and his orchestra, the Crew Chiefs Quartet, the Dean of the Royal Family of the Theater, Lionel Barrymore, and one of radio's brightest comedy stars, Gary Moore. And here she is, our gal Thursday, the singing star of Variety Theater, Dorothy Lamour.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and hello, everyone. Welcome to our Sealtest Variety Theater. I feel really wonderful tonight, and who wouldn't with two such loyal and talented friends standing by as Lionel Barrymore and Gary Moore.
Well, hello, Dorothy, my child. A happy new year to you.
Well, thanks, Lionel. I think that calls for a kiss.
Oh, so that's how it works, huh?
Hiya, Dottie, old girl. Happy New Year. Well, how's about a kiss?
Well, Gary, after all, that is...
It's no use, Gary. You can't get away with that sort of thing until you get older.
You know, I think maybe you're right. Hello, Dorothy, my child. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, and a very happy New Year to you.
That's all? Well, I guess that's that.
That's the trouble with you young fellas nowadays. Why, son, when I was your age, if I saw a pretty girl I wanted to kiss, I just went right up and asked no questions and kissed her.
Well, didn't you get slapped in the face?
Yeah, sure, but I got an awful lot of kisses.
I don't think we have to worry about Gary. He's not so shy.
Oh, that's not true, Dottie. You know, as a matter of fact, I spent a very sheltered childhood. Why, I was 24 years old before I went out with the opposite sex.
Was your mother that strict?
No, she just wouldn't tell me which was the opposite sex. I don't know. I guess I've outgrown my adolescence. I meet so many people since I'm the quizmaster on Take It or Leave It. It's given me more assurance.
Well, how about you, Lionel? Did playing Dr. Gillespie have any effect upon you?
Oh, it certainly did. After portraying a doctor for so many years, I took it so seriously that if a friend sneezed, I said Gesundheit and send him a bill for medicine.
How about you, Dottie, and all those jungle pictures you played in?
Oh, don't remind me about it. For years, I couldn't sit down to dinner unless there was a monkey at the table. But what about that quiz show you're doing, Gary? Does that have any effect on your personal life?
Well, sometimes, yeah. Like I've been going with a girl here recently, and the other night her father called me in and he said, "Young man, for 3 years now you've been kissing, hugging, and smooching with my daughter. I want to ask you a few questions."
Oh, what did you say?
All right, sir, which category do you choose?
Thank you, Mr. Barrymore, Mr. Gary Moore, and Miss Lamore. It's going to sound like the more the merrier. If you'll stand by for just a moment, we'd like to tell you about a special treat.
Get the best, get Sealtest.
Are you tired of 1948? Or just plain tired? Well, here's a tip on how to feel fine in 49. Drink more milk, at least a pint a day for adults, a quart a day for youngsters. Milk has what it takes to help give you zip and zing. Plenty of health-building vitamins, minerals, and proteins. And how you'll enjoy your good health builder when it's Sealtest homogenized vitamin D milk. It's creamy, rich, and smooth, packed with delicious farm-fresh flavor. Drink lots of Sealtest homogenized vitamin D milk. It'll help you feel fine in 49.
Get the best, get Sealtest.
Now, Dottie Lamore, our own pretty baby, steps to the microphone as she bids goodbye to old man 1948. She welcomes young little 1949 and hopes that he'll be a pretty baby.
Everybody loves a baby, that's why I'm in love with you. Pretty baby, pretty baby. And I'd like to be your sister, brother, dad, and mother, too. Pretty baby, won't you come and let me rock you in my cradle of love? And we'll cuddle all the time.
Cuddle all the time.
Oh, I want a loving baby, and it might as well be you. Pretty baby of mine.
Everybody loves a baby, that's why I'm so in love with you.
Ooh, baby, oh, baby.
If you'll only say you love me, we could start right in pitching some woo.
Baby, ah, baby. Won't you come and let me rock you in my cradle of love, and we'll cuddle all the time.
Cuddle all the time.
Oh, I want a loving baby, and it might as well be you. Pretty baby of, pretty baby of, pretty baby of mine.
Each year, a bright young comedian flashes across the radio horizon, and I can think of no one who keeps on shining as brightly and as consistently as our first guest star tonight. America's most unpredictable quizmaster, the star of Take It or Leave It, Gary Moore.
Thank you very much, Dorothy, and good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to be with you tonight. And I hope that immediately following the program, each and every one of you will rush right out and buy yourself an Eversharp pen.
Oh, now, wait, Gary, you're on a different program tonight.
Huh? Excuse me. Friends, rush right out and buy an Eversharp pen and fill it with Sealtest ice cream. This will come in very handy when you're writing to people named Combe. But, Dottie... Honey, I want to wish you a somewhat belated Merry Christmas.
Well, thanks, Gary. You know I love Christmas, and I'm really sorry it's all over.
Yeah, I am, too, but I don't know, at least it'll give my bankroll a rest. I don't know, there seem to be so many occasions for buying presents nowadays. There's Mother's Day when you go out and buy a present for Mother. Then there's Father's Day when you go out and buy a present for Father. Then there's Christmas Day when you go out and buy a present for everybody. And I'm inventing a brand new holiday that I think is going to be very popular. I'm going to call it Nothing Day. You just sit there and hold on to your money.
You can count me in on that one. But anyway, Gary, I do want to thank you for coming to visit me on this, our last program of 1948.
Oh, Dottie, my little flower. And I use the word flower in reference to your stems. I'm happy to be here, really I am. And if you don't mind, I would like to take advantage of your microphone to perform an annual duty of mine. The presentation of the annual Gary Moore Awards to the outstanding people of the past year.
Oh, I'd be thrilled. These are the outstanding people of 1948?
Yes, Dorothy, 1948. The year that will forever go down in history as the year between 1947 and 1949. Seems to make sense. But, Dorothy, as I look back over the 12 months just past, it seems to me that we should be most grateful to the men of science. Men like Albert Einstein, J. Robert Oppenheimer, Dr. Stafford Warren, and above all to the greatest scientist of them all, McMeechin Motzitrotz.
McMeechin Motzitrotz?
Yes, Dorothy, he was the man who finally discovered why a watermelon has so many seeds.
Now, there's a contribution to mankind. Tell me, why does a watermelon have so many seeds?
Well, because it can't go... Very simple when you think about it, you know.
Well, science also made great strides in producing artificial products. I read where a scientist down south actually got milk from a peanut.
No.
Yes, sir, milk from a peanut. What do you think of that?
He must have used an awfully low stool. Enough about science, Dottie. How about your own racket, motion pictures?
Ah, yes, this cinema.
In 1948, the movies were noted for many great pictures and many great performances. And above all, it was a year of strange titles. I particularly like those pictures with the one-word titles like Shocked, Lured, Pursued, Possessed. And next year, David O. Selznick will present the greatest of them all, Pooped. That's co-starring Tyrone No Power and Andy Hartley. And in my opinion, the award for the best movie of the year must go to that super epic Riding the Range. A 3-bell picture. One of us kids has got to go back to school. And our feature award of the evening goes to that sterling young actress, Miss Injured Bird Dog, for her memorable portrayal of Schnook in the picture Jewel in the Smog. We are honored to have Miss Bird Dog with us tonight, and she will reenact that famous part for us now. Go ahead, Miss Bird Dog.
I promise never to leave you again, Chumley. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise.
And so we pick Miss Bird Dog as the most promising actress of the year. My survey also shows that in 1948, the movies made more extensive use of radio advertising than ever before. All over your radio dial, you could hear dramatic advertisements of coming pictures, such as this announcement concerning the picture, The Three Mrs. Vandelbaums.
I'm Cynthia. I didn't want to lose Rodney's love. I'm Imogene. I didn't want Cynthia to have Rodney.
I'm Rodney. I didn't want to make this picture in the first place. And I like that one. It's so true, you know. And in conclusion, we would like to make an award to one of the behind-the-scene workers in motion pictures. And for this honor, we have chosen this year Miss Gertrude Armentrude. Miss Armentrude, will you tell us what your contribution was to the cinema?
Certainly. My contribution to motion pictures was the care and promotion of better diction.
A better diction. In other words, you feel that proper speech is important in film work, huh?
Well, naturally. Is it not your conviction that the proper inflection and pronunciation are a necessitation in the creation of the characterization? Or have you no ambition to follow tradition?
Yes, I love to follow tradition. In fact, I feel you must follow tradition to cat you, the rat you, or call you. Don't you? But in closing, Miss Armentrout, have you any little thought to leave with us?
Yes, a little poem that I wrote.
A poem? Well, isn't that nauseating? I apologize. How does it go, this poem, Miss Armentrout?
I thank you one and all for your very kind attention, and my appreciation is more than I can mention. In taking my departure, just please remember this. I am very fortunate to have met up with you.
And on this note of culture, friends, I close my Gary Moore Awards for 1948. And if each of those people whose names I have mentioned tonight will get in touch with me immediately following the program, I will be more than honored to give each of them a solid gold... It's funny, there seems to be a page missing here. Well, good night, friends. Thank you very much.
10 years ago, they said prosperity was just around the corner. 2 years ago, they said television was just around the corner. But this morning, I heard the crew chief say, love is just around the corner.
Love just around the corner, any cozy little corner. Love just around the corner, when I'm around you. I'm a sentimental mourner, I couldn't be forlorner. When you keep me on a corner, just waiting for you. Venus de Milo was noted for her charm, but strictly between us, you're cuter than Venus.
And what's more, I've got all.
Let's cuddle in a corner, any cozy little corner. A new year's just around the corner, and I'm around you.
When it comes to New Year's resolutions, most of us have the same trouble. We make them and break them. But there's one resolution that never has and never will be broken. I'm talking about the Sealtest Pledge, a pledge to you of top quality and purity. You can depend on this when you buy Sealtest milk, because it must meet exceptionally high standards for purity and quality before it can bear the famous Sealtest seal. So ask for Sealtest milk every time. And for extra goodness, smooth, creamy rich flavor, make it Sealtest homogenized vitamin D milk. Always.
Get the best, get Sealtest.
There are certain words that are synonymous to the word theater, such as glamorous, exciting, thrilling. But I can think of only one word that for years has embodied all these adjectives, and that word is Barrymore. And here he is, Mr. Lionel Barrymore. Well, Lionel, the Sealtest magic carpet is out, ready to whisk us back to a New Year's Eve of many years ago, long before you were mayor of the town. Won't you climb aboard?
After you, my dear.
Carlton, will you set the scene, please?
Right, Dottie. It is New Year's Eve at the turn of the century. Our hero is calling for his best girl to take her out for the evening. He rings the bell. The door is opened. The best girl's father speaks.
Happy New Year, son. Happy New Year, Mr. McClinton. Well, let me take your hat and coat. Muffler, umbrella, gloves, rubbers, earmuffs. Oh, by the way, young man, how's the weather out? Like a summer's night. Like... Well, that's good. I better tell Dorothy you're here. Dorothy?
Yes, Papa.
Lionel is here.
Papa, can I see you for a minute?
Yes, dear. What is it? Will you excuse me for a moment?
Oh, I'm nervous, Papa. I don't know exactly how to tell you, but...
You can tell me, daughter. After all, I'm your papa.
Oh, I can't find my bustle.
You can't find your bustle?
No.
I never saw a girl lose things the way you do. A bustle. If you didn't have your head attached, you'd lose that, too.
Well, I suppose I'd better go down. Lionel, good evening.
Good evening, Dorothy.
May I offer you a drink, Lionel?
Well, I don't know.
Sarsaparilla?
Oh, no, I have to drive.
Well, how about a lemon ice?
Oh, that would be just splendid. Isn't New Year's Eve exciting?
Just think. Tonight will be the beginning of a new century. I wonder what the next 50 years will bring.
Well, I understand that a fellow just built an auto the other day called the Apperson Jackrabbit that goes 15 miles an hour.
15? Well, I don't believe it.
And not only that, but there are reports that one fellow got his car up to 60 miles an hour.
Where was that?
At a place called Hollywood and Vine.
Oh, Lionel, dear, look at the time.
Yes. I think we'd better get going. I have a handsome cab waiting outside.
Are we really going to Reisenweber's, Lionel?
Yes, my dear, yes. I understand they have a dinner there now of shrimp cocktail, oysters on the half-shell, crab consommé, filet mignon, asparagus, hollandaise sauce, cherries jubilee.
Are you sure you can afford it, Lionel?
Well, it's New Year's Eve. And what good is a man if he can't spend 65 cents?
Oh, there's Reisenweber's now.
Driver, here we are.
Yes, sir. Whoa, McKinley.
Here you are, driver. 50 cents.
Oh, thank you, sir. And here's your change.
Keep it. Buy yourself a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but I don't drink.
Well, then buy your horse a drink.
Sorry, but he's on the wagon, too.
Oh, Lionel, it's so exciting being here at Reisenweber's with all its glamour. Lionel? Do you know what orchestra is playing here?
It's a new one that was just formed last week.
Really? What's the name of it?
Phil Spitalny and his one-girl orchestra.
Oh, isn't it fascinating to think that we're sitting here and it's almost 1901?
Yeah.
That in 50 years from now, our parts will be played by Betty Grable and Dan Daly.
It's almost 12. In just a minute, it'll be New Year.
It's New Year's Eve, Lionel. 1901. Just think, a new century is born.
Just think what the new century will bring forth. Invention, science, ideas. Great men will be born. Nations will rise and fall. I wonder what they'll be saying 50 years from now.
I think I know what they'll be saying.
What?
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. years, folks all over the world have been singing Auld Lang Syne when they want to bid farewell to the old year. Well, there's another word which not only means goodbye, but also hello. And so, in farewell to 1948, and in greeting to 1949, I can think of no song more fitting than Aloha, oh, aloha, oh, thou charming one who dwells among the bowers, one fond embrace before we now depart, until we meet again.
Donnie, honey, thanks so much for having me over. It was an awful lot of fun. And before I go, let me wish you and everybody a very happy New Year.
Thanks, Gary. Please come back again soon, and Happy New Year.
You know, Dorothy, I've seen a lot of years come and go, and I've heard a lot of people saying the world is going to pot. Well, most of those people are gone, but the old world is still spinning, except for some growing pains every once in a while. She's getting better all the time. And I got a hunch that 1949 is going to be the beginning of a grown-up world filled with grown-up people who are ready to work and live in peace from here on.
Thou charming one who dwells among the bowers, one fond embrace before we now depart, until we meet again.
Sealtest brings you season's greetings and some of the best eating you ever enjoyed. For instance, vanilla fudge nut ice cream, a scrumptious dish from Sealtest. Creamy vanilla ice cream chock full of crunchy nuts with ribbons of rich chocolate nut fudge winding all through it. Something different and delicious. Here's another special Sealtest treat, strawberry dessert cakes. Mighty handy because they're individual servings, and mighty tempting, too. A delightful combination of cake with strawberries, covered over with rich Sealtest vanilla ice cream, sprinkled with toasty macaroons, and topped to festive perfection with a dash of real whipped cream. Your family's sure to enjoy Sealtest strawberry dessert cakes. Treat them to Sealtest vanilla fudge nut ice cream, too. And make this resolution for a taste-happy New Year. Always
get the best, get Sealtest.
And here again is your mistress of ceremonies, Dorothy Lamour.
Lionel Barrymore and Gary Moore, thank you so much for signing our guest book at Sealtest Variety Theater. And what better to start the new year than knowing that your appearance tonight contributes to a fine cause, the establishment of the American Federation of Radio Artists Welfare Insurance Fund. And so until next year, when our guest stars will be that man with the low IQ and the high whooper, Ed Gardner, and one of Hollywood's outstanding film stars, Cornell Wilde. This is Dorothy Lamour saying keep well.
Excuse me, Dottie, for breaking in, but how about that royal welcome you want to extend to the newest member of the Sealtest family?
Well, you didn't think I was going to forget that, did you, Carlton? Especially when there's another Dorothy involved. So to my good friend Dorothy Dix, who next week will begin her daytime radio show, Dorothy Dix on the Air, all the gang at the Sealtest Variety Theater would like to say the best of luck in the world, and we'll be listening. And now, until next week, this is Dorothy Lamour saying keep well, keep happy, and keep listening.
Lionel Barrymore returns to the air next week as star of his own radio program, Mayor of the Town. Mr. Barrymore appeared through arrangement with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, producers of the all-star Technicolor musical Words and Music, based on the lives and music of Rodgers and Hart. Continuity for Sealtest Variety Theater is written by Howard Harris and Sidney Zelinka, and direction is by Glenn Hall Taylor. Tune in next Thursday at this same time when Sealtest Milk and Ice Cream again presents Sealtest Variety Theater, starring Dorothy Lamour, and as our guests, Ed Gardner and Cornell Wilde. Sealtest Incorporated and associate companies are divisions of National Dairy Products Corporation. This is Carlton Cadell speaking.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Now, as gunshots echo across the wind-swept, snow-covered reaches of the wild Northwest, Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, the breakfast cereal shot from guns, present the challenge of the Yukon. It's Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog of the Northwest, blazing the trail for Sergeant Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police in his relentless pursuit of lawbreakers. One king, one whiskey. Gold discovered in the Yukon, a stampede to the Klondike and the wild race for riches, back to the days of the gold rush, with Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, bringing you the adventures of Sergeant Preston and his wonder dog Yukon King as they meet the challenge of the Yukon. When you get up in the morning, there's nothing like a breakfast you really go for. Like, for instance, delicious Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice with milk or cream and fruit. These giant, ready-to-serve grains of wheat or rice are premium grains. They're shot from guns, puffed to perfection, exploded up to 8 times normal size to make them crisp and tender. Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice shot from guns is good for you, too. Makes a thrifty deluxe family breakfast. Tomorrow morning, start the new year off with a bang. Enjoy this breakfast treat, Quaker Puffed Rice or Quaker Puffed Wheat. Frank Weaver and his young wife Amy had staked a small claim on the Bonanza Creek a few miles from Dawson City. Frank had worked hard at his claim, but as time went on and the winter approached, he became more and more discouraged. He had persuaded Amy to come to Dawson from Seattle, taking the small bank account they had to make the trip and to pay expenses until the claim began to pay off. But so far, the money had dwindled, and the take from the claim had been extremely little. One evening at supper, after Frank had put in a hard day working the claim, Amy tried to encourage him.
Winter is setting in fast, Amy. I thought by this time I'd have struck enough pay dirt to carry us over.
We'll get through somehow, Frank. Oh, I'm sure that before long you'll make a strike.
We've been telling ourselves that for several months, honey. But I'm beginning to think this claim just isn't any good.
Now, don't think that. Others near here have made their claims pay. And sooner or later, I know you'll make this one pay. Have some more soup, dear?
Oh, thanks. Guess I'm not very hungry. Anyway, we've had that same warmed-over soup for the past 2 days. Oh, what's the use of fooling ourselves? I was a fool to bring you up here. Use what little money we had to do it.
Don't talk that way, Frank. After all, my place is with you, no matter where it might be.
Yeah, but you don't seem to understand, honey. We've run out of money. Food is high. With the winter breaking off...
Frank, perhaps we could get credit at the trading post to carry us until the claim does pay off.
Yeah, I've thought of that, but we're not very well known. And they know I haven't been getting much of anything from the claim here.
It wouldn't hurt to ask anyway. Why don't you take the dog team right now and go into Dawson to the trading post?
Well, if they should give me credit and I couldn't pay later, we'd lose a dog team. And the claim, too.
You've got to face it, dear. We certainly can't keep the dogs if we can't feed them. Or ourselves. It's a chance we'll have to take. And then hope for the best.
Well, all right, honey. I'll go to the trading post and see what I can do. If they won't give me credit, well, I guess the only other thing will be to try to sell what we have and get back to Seattle somehow.
Frank hitched up the dog team and set out for town. Later that evening, he stopped in front of the trading post.
Oh there!
Frank stood for a moment, hesitating. He could see several men standing around the big stove inside as he gazed through the window.
Well, here goes. If I don't get credit, we're sunk.
Hi there, mister. What can I do for you?
I want to get quite a lot of supplies.
Sure. Now, if you just give me your list, I'll get them together for you in a jiffy.
But first, I can't pay right now. If you'd trust me until my claim pays off better...
So that's it.
But you'll get your money just as soon as the claim...
Look, lad, it isn't that I'm hard-hearted or anything like that, mind you. But the first year of the rush, I got took for plenty by Chicacos who promised to pay me off when they made a strike. Having myself to think of, too, I've made it a policy not to stake anyone who doesn't have a paying claim.
Look, my name's Frank Weaver. My wife and I have Claim 20 up on Bonanza. We have a dog team and a sled and a cabin up there. If you could see your way clear in our case...
Sure, and I know where number 20 is located. It's one of them secondary claims back off the creek on the hillside.
That's right.
Nary a one of them claims there have paid off, my lad. Sorry as I am to say it. It'd be better for you to cash in for the little you'd get on your dog team and cabin right now and save yourself a lot of grief.
But winter's setting in, and we couldn't get out of the territory even if we wanted to, especially if I sold the dog team.
Sure, and a good many will find themselves in the same predicament, Weaver.
Well, I feel sure if you let me have the supplies, I'll make that claim pay off.
Sorry, my lad, but I just can't do it. 'Tis several useless cabins on bad claims I have on my hands already for unpaid accounts. Now, if a bit of grub to last you the day would help, I'll let you have it. Well,
I'm not asking for charity. Just forget the whole thing, mister. I'll find a way to get the supplies I want, one way or another.
With discouragement in his heart and his mind torn with frustration and unreasonable anger, Frank left the trading post and approached his dog team.
It's no use.
For a few minutes, Frank stood near his sled, dreading to start back home with the disheartening news. As he stood there, undecided what to do, a heavy-set man came out of the trading post.
Oh, Weaver.
What?
My name's Jeff Steele.
Hi. How do you know my name? I don't remember meeting you before, Steele.
Well, you haven't met before. I happened to overhear you talking to Mike Quinn, the storekeeper.
Oh.
And from what I heard, I figure things are kind of tough for you right now, aren't they?
That's right.
Well, if you think you'd be interested in making some cash, maybe I can help you do it.
Well, just what would I have to do to get the cash you mentioned?
Well, I'd like to hire you and your dog team for a few hours tonight, that's all, but I'll pay you well for it.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to hire me and the dog team for?
Well, there's a friend of mine over in that cafe. I want you to take him and me a few miles up Wolf Creek a little later tonight. We have some business up there with an old prospector friend of ours. What do you say?
Well, it's late.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. We'll pay you $50 to take us there and back.
All right, I'll do it.
Good. Meet us in front of the cafe in about, half hour. I'll see you then.
Shortly after Frank and Steele separated in front of the trading post, Sergeant Preston and his dog King came up the street and entered.
On, King.
Well, now, that is good to see you, Sergeant. And King, too. You haven't been around the post for 2 weeks or so.
No, Mike. King and I just got in from Selkirk. I find I'm out of coffee, so I dropped over to get some.
Coffee it is, Sergeant. Yeah. You sure that's all for now?
That's all I can think of, Mike. My credit's still good?
That it is for anything in the place. Say, sure, just a short while ago, a lad came in asking for credit through the winter.
Huh?
Sorry I was to have to turn him down.
Anyone I know?
Well, that I can't say. His name was, let me see. Oh, yes, Weaver. Weaver, he said it was. Frank Weaver. Had a claim up on the Bonanza. One of them hillside claims that never seemed to pay off.
I remember a young fellow and his wife who have a claim up there. Seems to me that was his name.
Like as not, it's the same chap. Dark, nice-looking. Said him and his wife have number 20 claim.
Yes, that is the same fellow.
Well, my conscience has been bothering me since he left. Poor lad, he was that upset, he went out and slammed the door behind him.
See?
He said they were out of money, but he still seemed sure he'd make a go of it if they could get through the winter. Sure, and he looked so desperate when he left, saying he'd get supplies one way or another. It set me to thinking that it did.
They must be very hard hit.
Yeah, that's what I think. Do you think you'll be heading out that trail anytime soon, Sergeant?
Why, Mike?
Well, now, if you do, stop by and tell Weaver I've changed my mind.
Oh?
To come on in and get the supplies he needs on credit. The look on his face will haunt me all winter if I don't give him the credit he asked for.
I'm glad you changed your mind, Mike. I promise you won't lose by it. Hank and I will go up there in the morning and give them the news.
Good. That'll be a relief to my mind.
I'm sure it'll be a relief to them, too. Good night, Mike.
Good night.
Come on, King.
Meantime, Jess Steele had entered the cafe and sat talking to a short, stocky man.
Yeah, I've got a perfect setup for pulling that job you spoke of earlier, Shorty. That is, if it'll be worthwhile, like you said.
Look, like I told you, I happen to know that old prospector Jim Nason up on Wolf Creek has got plenty of gold right there in his cabin. I heard him boasting about it in here today.
Yeah, it ought to be worth going after, then.
Yeah, it would be. But how do we make a getaway without a dog team, Jess? If we try to buy one, people know we must be fixing to leave Dawson.
Don't worry, I have that all fixed.
Oh, yeah? How?
Hey, look, a newcomer, Chichaco, named Weaver, was in a trading post a short time ago trying to get credit. He was turned down and got upset. As he went out, he said he'd get supplies one way or another.
Well?
I followed him out and made a deal for him to take us up Wolf Creek with his dog team and sled. Told him we'd pay him $50 if he'd go tonight.
$50?
Yeah, don't worry. He's dope enough to think we're going up to see a friend on business. You'll have a surprise coming when we get out there. Come on. He's going to meet us out front, and it's just about time.
Yeah, but if that fellow Weaver finds out what we're going there for, Jess...
I've got everything planned out, so you don't have to worry about a thing. Now, come on, let's get going.
Jess Steele and his friend Shorty left the cafe and found Frank Weaver waiting outside with his dog team as he had promised. The three men set out along the well-beaten Wolf Creek Trail. The cold, gusty wind swirled the light, dry top snow in white, dusty clouds behind them as they moved along, obliterating any tracks they might have made. Sometime later, they stopped before a remote cabin.
Oh there. Oh. Well, Weaver, this is a place. Our business is rather private, so I wonder if you'd mind waiting outside for about 5 or 10 minutes.
Why, I guess I can stand it. If you're sure you won't be any longer than that.
We won't. Don't worry.
Come on, Shorty. Let's get inside and get this over with.
Frank watched as the two men went to the cabin and entered without knocking. For a few minutes, he heard nothing but the wind. Then his attention was attracted by the voice of an old man raised in fear and protest inside the cabin.
What's that?
A moment later, Frank was startled by the sound of a muffled shot.
That shot was inside the cabin. I better go see what happened.
As Frank reached the door, it suddenly opened. Steele barred his way. But not before he saw a sight inside that gripped him with sudden fear.
Get back to the sled, Weaver.
Hey, that old man lying on the floor. You shot him.
That's right, we did. Now, get back to the sled and make it fast.
What is this, anyhow?
Do like Jim says, or you might get a bullet, too, and I'll get going.
Put the sack of gold dust on the blanket on the sled, Shorty.
Sure.
You're right on the sled. I'll follow along behind us, Chichaco, and have my gun handy.
Hey, now I get it. You took that prospector's gold and then murdered him.
You're getting a little smarter now, Weaver. Now start the dog team and continue straight ahead.
But that's going away from Dawson. I have to get back. My place is on Bonanza Creek.
Don't be stupid. You're not going back. We're heading for Selkirk, and you're going with us. After the threats you made in the trading post to get supplies one way or another, they'll blame you for what happened when you turned up missing. Now get going.
We'll continue our story in just a moment. Say, fellas and girls, it won't be long now. I mean until the new year 1949 is here.
I am here.
Huh? Great Scott. Where did you come from?
Well, I guess I shouldn't really be here yet.
Why, you're a baby. Gosh, you haven't got any clothes on. That is, hardly. I mean, except for that big ribbon you're wearing.
See what it says on it?
Sure do. It says 1949.
That's right. That's who I am.
Oh, so you're the new baby New Year.
Right.
But you're a bit early, aren't you? Roughly by about some 6 3/4 hours.
I was just checking up.
Oh.
On New Year's resolution. Made any?
Me? Oh, you bet. And I was about to tell all the fellows and girls about a resolution everyone ought to make.
What's that?
It's to eat a good, nourishing breakfast every morning the year round.
Oh, that's a swell idea.
It's so easy to keep, too. Especially if you include big heaping bowlfuls of swell-tasting Quaker puffed wheat or Quaker puffed rice with milk or cream and topped with fruit.
Sounds good.
It is. Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice are shot from guns to make them crisp and tender. Yes, these king-size premium grains are actually exploded up to 8 times normal size to make them bigger and better tasting. And what's more important, both delicious kinds furnish added food values of restored natural grain amounts of vitamin B1, niacin, and iron.
You mean they're good for you?
You bet. And for variety, you can eat Quaker puffed wheat one day, Quaker puffed rice the next.
Boy, I can hardly wait. 1949 is going to see me trying them.
And fellas and girls, don't you be missing out. In 1949, eat Quaker puffed rice and Quaker puffed wheat. The ready-to-serve breakfast cereal shot from guns. Ask Mom to start the new year off with a breakfast treat that can't be beat. Get next to those big red and blue packages of Quaker puffed rice and Quaker puffed wheat. Now to continue our story. After killing an old prospector and stealing his gold, Jess Steele and Shorty forced Frank Weaver to take his dog sled and go with them toward Selkirk. Early the following morning, Sergeant Preston took King and went as he had promised to deliver Mike's message to the Weavers. He stopped at their cabin.
King. Good morning, Mrs. Weaver.
You're Sergeant Preston.
That's right.
Oh, I know you've come to tell me something has happened to Frank. Please, Sergeant, is it...
Well, just a minute, Mrs. Weaver. I came here to see your husband to bring him a message from the trading post.
But Frank isn't here. He didn't come home last night. I'm so worried I've been almost out of my mind.
Well, I'm sure he's all right, Mrs. Weaver. He was a bit upset, I understand, because Mike Quinn at the trading post refused him credit, but...
Poor Frank, that was his last
But
hope.
Mike changed his mind. I came to tell you and Frank that you can have all the credit you want.
Thank heaven. But Frank, where can he be?
Well, don't worry, I'll try to find him. Perhaps you'd better get your wraps and come to town with me. You could wait at the trading post until I do find him.
Yes, I couldn't stand waiting here any longer. I'll get my things and be with you in a few minutes, Sergeant. Do come in.
Thanks. Come on, King.
I won't be a minute.
Let me help you with your parka.
Thank you. We ran entirely out of money and supplies.
Oh.
Well, Frank was so terribly upset about it all.
And so I heard. When you get to town, Mrs. Quinn will give you breakfast, and then when Frank's found, you and he can get supplies and bring them out here. Oh, Mrs. Weaver, may I have something of your husband's, a glove or something like that?
Well, yes, of course. Here's a glove of his. But
Well, just in case I have to trail Frank, King can get the scent from this glove. Now, we'd better get started. Come along, fella. You'll be warm enough under the blankets on the sled. Here, let me help you.
You're so very kind. Thank you.
Now, try not to worry. I'm sure everything will be all right. Up front, King. On King! On!
Sergeant Preston took Amy Weaver to the trading post and left her with Mrs. Quinn. Then, leaving his dog team outside, he and King went through town making inquiries about Frank Weaver, but learned nothing. Finally, Preston stopped in at the constable's office.
Hello, Sergeant. Hi there, King.
Good morning, Jim. Do you happen to know a young fellow named Weaver? Has claimed 20 up on Bonanza?
Oh, I've seen him once or twice, Sergeant. Why?
He came to the trading post last night. When he was refused credit, Mike says he looked desperate. And as he went out, said he'd get supplies one way or another. He didn't get home last night.
Oh, that's not so good, is it?
No, it isn't, Jim. I'm worried about him. His wife's quite upset, too. They seem like a fine couple. Frank isn't the sort to do anything out of the way, but when a man's desperate...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Can't figure out where he might have gone, Jim. Oh, I just thought of something.
What?
He was at the trading post last night, and he probably left his dog team out front. I have one of his gloves. King can get the scent from that. And we can go to the trading post and see if King can pick up Weaver's trail.
Say, that's a good idea. I'll come along with you. I'd like to see King in action.
All right, glad to have you. Let's go, Jim. One, King.
A short time later, Preston and the constable stood in front of the trading post. Preston held out Frank's glove for King to sniff. Then he spoke a command.
Find him, King. Find him, fella.
As the two Mounties watched, King put his nose to the frozen ground and circled around, trying to find a scent that was similar to the one on the glove. The intelligent dog seemed to know what was expected of him, and he moved in an ever-widening circle. Then suddenly he barked eagerly, ran a short distance, then stopped and looked back, still barking.
He's found Weaver's trail, Jim.
Well, what do you know?
After him, fella. Find him, King. On, King! On!
King headed up the main street. Reaching the cafe, he circled a few times, then started in the direction of the Wolf Creek Trail. Preston and the constable hurriedly followed King with the dog team, and finally approached the old prospector's cabin. King had stopped there in seeming puzzlement. Then, as the two men came along with the sled, the great dog turned toward the cabin and sniffed at the door.
King started past this cabin at first, but now he's sniffing at the door.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
Well, I'd say that Weaver went on up the trail, but that he stopped here at this cabin first. I'll go in and ask about him. Come on.
Doesn't seem to be anyone inside, Sergeant.
Let's take a look anyhow. Jim, look there on the floor.
What? This is an old prospector named Nason. He was said to have quite a bit of gold here in this cabin. Yeah, he's done for, all right. Shot through the heart.
Jim, well, this is something I hadn't even thought of. That Frank Weaver would commit a crime no matter how desperate he became.
He did it, all right. But we can't prove it until we catch him and make him talk.
Feel sorry for his wife. A terrific blow to her.
Yeah, I guess it will at that.
Look, Jim, you better go back to town, take my dog team and sled, and carry back Nason's body.
All right, Sergeant.
Now, don't say anything to anyone about our suspecting Frank Weaver. He and I will follow his trail until we get him and bring him back. Come on, fella.
All during the night and most of the following morning, Steele and Shorty forced Frank Weaver to mush steadily over the frozen trail that led to Selkirk. Frank carried no gun, and he racked his brain to think of a way out of his predicament. But the two killers were constantly on the alert, and one or the other was always behind him with a gun ready for instant use. Finally, they reached the deserted cabin on the side of the trail and stopped to warm up and rest. It was late afternoon when they made preparations to hit the trail again.
Good thing we found that dried venison someone had cached in here, Shorty. We'll take what's left of it along with us.
Yeah, we'll need it before we reach Selkirk.
Look, Steele. You've got this far. Why not take my dog team and let me make my way back alone? My wife's there waiting for me. By the time I get back to Dawson, you can be far away.
Hey, you hear that, Shorty? Weaver wants us to let him go back and tell the Mountie what he knows.
Yeah, that's a hot one, Jess.
But all you have is that small supply of dried venison. It won't be enough for the two of you, much less for three. Selkirk's still a long way from here. What's more, the dogs will need some food, too, or they'll give out.
Hey, something to what you say, all right.
And you won't make me go on with you?
No, I guess we won't.
What's come over you, Jess? The Mounties will be looking for Weaver when they find that prospector. But if he gets back to telling the truth...
Who said he was going to get back? I'm not that crazy.
But you just said...
I said I decided not to take you along with us. In other words, dead men tell no tales, Weaver.
Oh, now I get what you mean, Jess.
Look, let me go. I promise not to say a word. Think of my wife.
You can think of it till Shorty gets the venison ready to pack on the sled. After that, you won't do any thinking. Or talking.
I'll take the venison out of the sled right now.
Oh, look. If you shoot me, it'll be cold-blooded murder. I don't carry a gun.
Save your whine until Shorty gets back inside. He'll enjoy it.
Hey, Jess, hold it. Somebody coming along the trail. Looks like a Mountie to me.
A Mountie? We'll have to do some fast thinking. Shorty, when he gets here, you answer the door, see what he says. I'll stand back here and have the gun pointed right at the door. If he comes in, I'll let him have it.
All right. It's too bad we only got one gun between us.
One's enough, don't worry. Now, Weaver, stand over there to one side so he won't see you when Shorty opens the door away. Get over there.
All right.
Now let him come on. We'll leave two of them behind when we set out for Selkirk.
Meanwhile, Sergeant Preston, with King running just ahead of him, approached the cabin. He saw the dog team waiting out front, and taking his gun in his hand, he approached as he saw King sniff his way right to the door.
Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see a Mountie.
You live here?
Sure do.
I suppose that's your dog team.
Well, yeah. Just getting ready to go after more supplies.
I'm looking for a young man with the name of Frank Weaver. Tall, rather dark. You seen him?
No, can't say I have. Nobody's been by here for several days.
You lie, mister. Weaver
What?
did come by here, and he entered this cabin.
Now, if that's the way you feel about it, why don't you come in and have a look?
I think I will. Step aside.
Look out, Sergeant.
Look out, get him.
No, you won't.
Oh, now get that Mountie.
Even as Frank Weaver, jumping in front of Jeff Steele's gun, took the first bullet intended for Preston, the great dog King, without waiting for a command, lunged forward. And as Steele raised his gun for another shot, grabbed the killer by the arm and dragged him to the floor.
I'll get you, Mountie.
At the same moment, Shorty grabbed for Sergeant Preston's gun arm. But Preston, twisting aside, lashed out with a smashing blow to the jaw.
You killed me. Get him away.
Come, King. Easy, fella. Watch them, boy.
They planned to kill you as you came in.
Oh, my God.
Then they were going to kill me.
You took the bullet meant for me, Weaver. I'll fix that up. Just hit your right shoulder.
They killed an old prospector. Made me come with them.
He lies. The whole thing was his idea.
I'll take all three of you back to Dawson City. After we get there, I'm sure we can find out the truth about everything.
Putting Frank on the sled, Preston handcuffed the other two together and started back to Dawson. The next afternoon, after a long session in the constable's office, Preston, with King and Frank, entered the trading post.
Frank! Oh, Frank, is everything all right?
Yes, Amy.
We finally got the truth from the two killers, Mrs. Weaver. I'm glad to say Frank's been exonerated.
Thank heaven I knew he wasn't guilty.
I felt sure of that, too, when he took the bullet intended for me. If he had been guilty, he wouldn't have done that.
Sure, it was a mighty fine thing for him to do that, it was. Did you tell him the news, Sergeant?
What?
Yes, Mr. Quinn, he did. I feel sure I'll make good at the claim.
I heard something else today that makes me think you will, my lad. Two claims right next to yours have struck it rich.
What? Amy, did you hear that?
And with yours in the middle of both of them, you can be sure there's gold there.
Oh, isn't it wonderful, Frank?
It sure is. You know, King's best action at that cabin sure saved the day. You'd have had your hands full with the two of them, Sergeant.
Oh, he's certainly a wonderful dog. To think because of him, Sergeant Preston was able to trail you and reach you in time.
Did you hear that, boy?
That he does. Sitting there with his ears perked up and sort of grinning like.
King's happy, all right, Mike. You see, he knows the case is closed.
In just a moment, Sergeant Preston will give you a preview of Monday's program. Well, sir, fellows and girls, tomorrow is the first day of a new year. And right here is someone who wants to say something to each and every one of you. Here is Sergeant Preston himself. And naturally, I don't have to tell you that King is here, too, right beside him.
Fellows and girls, King and I want to wish you a happy new year. May the coming year be the finest, the happiest ever for you and your family. How about it, King? That's King's way of saying for the both of us, Happy New Year.
And Sergeant Preston, that goes for me and all of us here. And for the Quaker Oats Company, makers of Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice. Yes, from all of us, a Happy New Year to one and all. These radio dramas, a feature of the Challenge of the Yukon Incorporated, are created and produced by George W. Trendle, directed by Fred Flowerday, and supervised by Charles D. Livingston. The part of Sergeant Preston is played by Paul Sutton. They are brought to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at this same time by Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice, the breakfast cereal shot from guns. Listen Monday when Sergeant Preston and Yukon King meet the Challenge of the Yukon in the adventure King Takes Over.
This was one time I regretted having strong, fast dogs. You see, a couple of killers who broke out of jail stole my sled and dog team to make their getaway. This was a mighty thrilling chase. The speed of my own dogs almost spelled disaster for me.
Be sure to hear this exciting story Monday. Till then, this is J. Michael wishing you goodbye, good luck, and good health from Quaker puffed wheat and Quaker puffed rice. So long. For a delicious hot breakfast, eat Quaker Oats. The giant of the cereals is Quaker Oats. Yes, the giant of the cereals is Quaker Oats. Delicious, nutritious, makes you feel ambitious. The giant of the cereals is Quaker Oats. Say, boys and girls, do you want to be a star someday in sports and activities? Then start on good Quaker Oats breakfast tomorrow. Because nourishing oatmeal gives you more growth and endurance than any other whole grain cereal. Still less than 1 penny a serving. Quaker and Mother's Oats are the same. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting.
Your Auto Light dealer presents your favorite friends from Gasoline Alley.
Hold it, Wilmer. Hold it till I get this phone.
Okay, Skizix.
Wallet and Bobble Garage. Skizix Wallet speaking. What's that? Oh, yes, sir. We can fix it. We can fix anything on 4 wheels. Sure. We'll be waiting for you right here in Gasoline Alley.
Yes, it's Gasoline Alley, the comic strip that's a favorite in more than 100 great newspapers. In this episode, the adventure of the fanciful feminine touch. The boys learn that it's only a man's world because the women haven't bothered to take it over yet. But first, a word from the friendly Autolite dealer in your own hometown. And now, Gasoline Alley. Right now, Wilmer is trying to talk Skizix into attending a better business convention in town. Of course, the fact that free refreshments will be served has nothing to do with Wilmer's sudden interest in the convention.
Gosh, Skizix, we ought to go to the convention. Those kind of contacts are important for public relations.
Well, who'll be at the garage to take care of the customers? Mr. and Mrs. Roach are going on a long trip tomorrow, and I promised we'd have their car ready by 5 o'clock tonight.
Who cares about Mr. and Mrs. Roach? He lets us tinker around with his old car, sure, but he never sends any of his bus line business our way.
How often do I have to tell you, Wilmer, that a good mechanic is like a good doctor? He does his honest best for everyone, no matter who they are.
Hello, Skizix. We were shopping in town and thought we'd pay a surprise call. Wilmer's always bragging how hard he works, so I thought I'd just come around and see for myself.
Well, you just happen to catch me in conference, Jessica.
I suppose it's the same kind of conference that you're always in when I want you to do the dishes. Oh, the garage is just as I thought.
What do you mean by that remark?
This place is a fright. If I kept house this way, the whole neighborhood would talk.
Jessica, this is a garage, not a parlor.
Even so, Wilmer, you ought to be ashamed. Look at that thing over there. It's just covered with grease.
Jessica, that thing over there happens to be a grease rack.
I think Jessica has a point. This place looks terrible.
Look, woman's place is in the home and not in the garage.
Oh, is that so, Mr. Smarty Pants? Well, let me tell you something. Any woman who can run a home wouldn't have much trouble running a simple garage.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'd like to see her try it for just one day.
That's a very good idea, Wilmer Bobble. Jessica and I will run the garage for you, won't we?
Oh, hold on a second. Wilmer was only teasing, weren't you, Wilmer?
Why, sure, the idea is absolutely ridiculous. No, none at all, Skizix. Let the girls run a garage for this afternoon, and we'll go to a convention to improve our public relations.
Go to the convention if you want to, Skizix. I'm sure Jessica and I can manage.
Oh, but Nina, there are a lot of things in the garage that women just
Go
can't...
on, skedaddle, both of you.
What do you say, Skizix? Why not?
Well, all right, but let Sarge take care of anything important. I guess it'll be okay for one afternoon.
That seems fine now. Do you want this piece of wire? Oh, I don't think I'll bother. It looks good enough the way it is. It looks lovely, Nina. I always said this office needed a set of chintz curtains. Oh, look, Nina, here comes a customer. I'll take care of him. Oh, well, I don't envy you, Jessica. It's that old fuss budget, Mrs. Rose. Good afternoon, madam. How can we be of service?
That's what I'm wondering. How could a slip of a girl be of service in a garage?
Well, it's the new wallet and bobble policy to make the garage part of the home.
Sounds like nonsense to me. I'm Mrs. Roach. We're taking the car on a long trip tomorrow. Fix it up. My husband and I will call for the car at 5 tonight. Good day. Ladies in the garage.
I think we better let Sarge take care of this job, Jessica. Mr. Roach is the man who owns the bus line, and Felix has been trying to get his business for a long time.
All the more reason why we should take care of it ourselves. After all, a woman knows how to make a car comfortable for a trip better than any man.
You really think so, Jessica?
I'm sure of it. This is our chance to show Felix and Wilmer what the feminine touch can do.
Back to Gasoline Alley and the adventure of the fanciful feminine touch. While the boys are in town attending a convention, Nina and Jessica have been left in charge of the garage. At the moment, Nina is running an errand and Jessica is talking to Sarge.
Well, are you sure you don't want any help, Mrs. Bobble?
Oh, no, thank you, Sarge. Nina and I can take care of it. Oh, Nina, we better start right in on the Roach auto. I'll polish the windshield.
Here are cigars and cigarettes for the glove compartment.
Oh, fine.
I hope Mr. Roach likes Moby Dick cigars. The salesman said they were a whale of a smoke.
Is the interior clean? You know how nasty it is riding for any distance in a dirty car.
Oh, yes. I vacuumed the floor and beat the traveling rug before I left.
Good girl. Can you think of anything else?
Well, this is a box of cookies in case they get hungry along the way. And here's a thermos of coffee for them.
I guess we've thought of just about everything. I'll wear out the windshield if I polish any more.
Jessica, I just thought of something. Don't you think maybe we ought to look at the motor?
What for? Mrs. Roach managed to drive in here with a car, so there can't be anything wrong with the motor.
Oh, I don't suppose so. Well, if you think the job's finished, here's some blue ribbon I got for the car.
Why blue ribbon?
Well, I thought it would be nice if we sort of wrapped up cars when they were ready for delivery.
What?
Well, maybe not exactly wrap them, but you know what I mean. Tie a piece of ribbon on the hood and make it look pretty.
Nina, that's a wonderful idea. Blue for sedans and pink for roadsters.
And you'll call this job with the blue ribbon our Blue Ribbon Special.
I never knew you had such a good head for business, Nina. That will make people think they're getting a bargain.
Now, I'll tie a big Cupid's bow on the hood.
There now. That takes care of everything. You know, Wilmer was right. Running a garage is hard work. But we can take a rest for a few minutes.
Oh, no, we can't. Here come the boys.
Hello, Nina. Hiya, Jessica.
Hi.
Well, how'd it go? How do you like being grease monkey?
Jesus, look at the office. It seems to be on fire.
Oh, poor Wilmer Bobble. Those are just red chintz curtains. I think they look real cute.
Curtains in a garage. Whoever heard of such an idea?
It was Nina's, and I think it's a darn good one. And just look, you have a clean floor for once. No oil stains or anything. You could eat off it now.
But no one comes into a garage to eat off the floor. We'll be the laughing stock of town.
Oh, Jesus. I hope you don't feel that way.
Well, of course not, honey. I think you've done a swell job.
What's the blue ribbon doing on that automobile over there?
Oh, that's how we wrap cars for delivery. That's Mr. Roach's car. We did all the work on it ourselves.
You mean to say you and Nina worked on Mr. Roach's car? Didn't Sarge help you?
Well, we didn't want help, did we, Nina?
No, that's our Blue Ribbon Special, and we're very proud of it.
But the car's going on a long trip. Did you check the ignition system?
No.
Well, how about the spark timing? Did you make any adjustments?
No.
Well, did you go under the hood at all?
No.
Oh, Jesus, this is terrible. What are we going to do?
There isn't very much we can do. Here come Mr. and Mrs. Roach now.
Stop fretting, you big baby. Nina and I will handle them.
Young lady, it's 5 o'clock. Our car should be ready.
It certainly is, madam. Right over here.
Well, what'd you do to her?
In the glove compartment, you'll find cigars for yourself, sir.
Cigars? By George, I knew there was something I forgot to buy this afternoon. Cigars. What kind are they?
Moby Dick, sir.
By George, that's just my brand. Moby Dick's, a whale of a smoke. Get it, Moby Dick's, a whale of a smoke. I bet you never heard that before.
Oh, no, sir, I didn't. That's very good.
And on the back seat, Mrs. Roach, you'll find cookies and coffee in case you should get hungry along the way.
Well, that's a very good idea. Cookies and coffee.
By George, Bobble, you seem to have thought of everything. Now, just step inside here and see how the motor sounds.
It's Jesus. I wish I was a million miles away.
Perfect. Never ran better. It certainly feels good to have her back in shape.
Oh, she's in good shape, all right. We didn't have to do much work on her. That's right, Mr. Roach. Hardly any work at all.
Oh, you boys are being too modest. I'm mighty pleased at the thoughtfulness that went into this job. And you know something? You've given me a darn good idea for my bus line. I may copy your public relations methods and give my passengers cigarettes and coffee.
Why, it's just something we've been doing recently. We call it our Blue Ribbon Special.
Well, it's a smart idea. You're a mighty clever pair, you and Skeezix. I'll remember that when I need repairs on my buses.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, have a pleasant trip.
I'm sure we will, Skeezix, in our Blue Ribbon Special.
Good gosh, Jessica, I never really appreciated you before. How did you do it? How could you tune on Mr. Roach's car without lifting the hood? I heard that engine the other day, and it was really running rough. Hey, Sarge, come on out here a second. You can learn something. I used to think you were a pretty hot mechanic, but Nina and Jessica know how to fix a motor without even raising the hood.
Well, it's a good thing I raised the hood on that Roach job. The distributor points were all shot.
Oh, stop trying to steal our thunder, Sarge. You know we took care of the Roach car all by ourselves.
Now, not exactly. While you two were house cleaning, or should I call it garage cleaning, I did a little work on Mr. Roach's car.
So that's it, huh? Well, it's a good thing you were here, Sarge. I always said that a woman's place was in her home and not under the hood.
Oh, well, we fixed Mr. Roach's car before and never got his bus line business. I think it was the swell job Jessica and Nina did in public relations that turned the trick.
That's right. All of which goes to prove, Nina, honey, that a good wife is the best public relation in the world.
Your Gasoline Alley friends will be back in just a moment. Now a word from your own Auto Light dealer. And now a word about the next adventure in Gasoline Alley. Here's Skeezy.
Wilmer, why the dark glasses? Well, it's cheaper than beefsteak these days. I've got a black eye. A black eye? How come? I got my black eye because of the green-eyed monster jealousy. Jessica got jealous on account of Madame's hat.
Procter & Gamble brings you the Red Skelton Show, starring Red Skelton, David Rose and his orchestra, our singing stars, the Four Knights, Gwyneth Felton, Lorene Tuttle, Pat McGeehan, and yours truly, Rod O'Connor. Yes, it's the Red Skelton Show, brought to you by Tide, Procter & Gamble's amazing new discovery for your whole family wash.
Tide's in, dirt's out. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap.
Any soap?
Yes, any soap. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap. T-I-D-E, Tide.
And now on the last day of 1948, from Metro Goldwyn Mayer comes the star of our program, Red Skelton.
I think we got half of Northwestern out here tonight. Started early, huh? Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Rod, they finally caught those two guys.
What two guys?
Voted for Wallace.
Oh, where have you been, buddy? I haven't seen you in a few days, buddy.
Oh, I saw you yesterday, buddy, down by Schwab's drugstore. You were limping. What happened? Did you sprain your ankle or pull a ligament reaching for a laugh?
Huh? No, I forgot to take the walnuts out of my Christmas stocking. Well, Rod, 1949 will soon be here.
Tell me, Red, how did 1948 treat you?
Very seldom. No, it was good to me. I got a new son, new sponsor. Mm-hmm. My family had quite a setback. Now, you take my Uncle Warren, for instance. Mm-hmm. He's in the band back here. He's the 8-ball with the legs.
What happened to him?
Oh, he got drummed out of the Boy Scouts. They caught him trying to start a fire rubbing a Democrat and Republican together.
Say, I saw him a few minutes ago. He started celebrating a little early, didn't he?
Yeah, right after Christmas. In 1924, I mean. He made one nice New Year's resolution, though. In 1948, he's going to look for a job.
You mean he's finally going to work?
No, he's just looking. He don't want to rush in there.
Say, he really imbibes, doesn't he?
No, him? No, he don't imbibe. He just gets up on the table and yells, "Take off my shoes, Mother. The punch bowl's deeper than I thought." You know, some people really make themselves look ridiculous when they celebrate. Like last year up on the boulevard here, some guy got up in the tree, up on one of those Christmas trees, and he kept yelling, "I'm a monkey, I'm a monkey, I'm a monkey."
Well, no kidding. How'd they get him down?
7 cops offered me bananas. Hey, are you and Sylvia going to a club to celebrate?
No, we haven't decided how we'll bring in the new year, but I'd like to do something different.
Why don't you try going home? Why don't you drink a pint of gasoline and go down to the butcher shop and tickle pig's feet? That's different.
Where are you going to celebrate, Red? At some nightclub?
No, they're too crowded. I went to Ciro's last year. You know, that's the annex to the Bank of America. No kidding, that place is so expensive. Last year, for $5, they let us feel a hot roll.
Oh, hey, are you going to Rose Bowl tomorrow?
Huh?
Are you going to Rose Bowl tomorrow?
No, I can't afford it.
What, you can't afford tickets to the game?
Can't afford the parking lot. Hey, you know, this Pasadena is full of millionaires. Wait till you park your car over there tomorrow. You'll find out where they got their loot.
Well, the weather out here has been so cold lately. I wonder if they'll have enough flowers to decorate the floats in the Tournament of Roses.
Oh, they're all prepared for that. In case there isn't any flowers, they're going to call it the Tournament of Smudge Spots. They're in bloom now, you know.
Well, Red, tomorrow California goes off daylight savings time. We move our clocks back 1 hour.
Yeah, I'm going to have a tough time setting my timepiece back an hour.
What, have you got, a sundial?
I've got a... Oh, now, wait a minute. He's mad because I told him to go home. Just read what's there, will you?
I don't know why I should read it. You don't.
I'm afraid to risk it, Mr.
Say, Red, our show will go on an hour earlier here in California next Friday, won't it?
Yeah, if it goes on at all. There's so many changes in radio nowadays. Hey, you know what NBC means now?
No.
No Benny Corn.
No Benny Corn, huh? Try one on CBS. What about that?
I just made this one up.
We'll make up another one.
CBS?
Yeah.
Can Benny survive?
Tide's in, dirt's out. Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap.
Any soap?
Yes, any soap.
Pardon me, but aren't you a little behind times? You talk about soap, but I've always used these new Suds discoveries.
Well, young lady, you try Tide, and you'll never use anything else, new or old. Because Procter & Gamble's Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap, any other Suds, any other washing product known. Tide not only leaves clothes free from dirt, but removes dingy soap film, too. Yes, Tide has all this cleaning power, yet it's safe. Truly safe for all your washable colors. What's more, Tide actually brightens those soap dull colors. And in hardest water, Tide gets sheets, towels, and shirts whiter than any other washing product known. And say this all goes for your whole family wash.
From top to bottom, from linens to work clothes. Yes, I'm talking about everything you wash when I say no soap, no other suds, no other washing product known will get your clothes as clean as Tide.
Now, here are the 5 nights. I'm singing with you, boys. Here are the 4 nights are going to tell you a strange story.
I looked at my horoscope. It said to me, don't be a dope. 'Cause everything you do will turn out all right. 'Cause it's a good day from morning till night. Oh, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Hallelujah, it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing your blues. Everything to gain and nothing to lose, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun, rise and shine today. Well, you gotta get going if you wanna make a showing, and you know you got the right way. It's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills. It's a good day from morning till night. Oh, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. So happy New Year from all of us here. We hope the New Year will bring you good cheer. So happy New Year. Happy New Year. May all your days be bright. For the New Year is coming tonight.
Procter & Gamble present the Skelton television players in A G.I. Joe Remembers New Year's Eve.
My name's Willie Lumplump. New Year's don't mean much to me. Seems like every year the same thing happens. Last year I went home hoping to find my wife's face burning in the window. But the door was locked. I was sitting on the steps when a police car pulled up.
Say, what are you doing here, buddy?
I live here.
Well, then why don't you go inside?
My wife locked the door.
Well, ring the bell.
I just did.
Well, ring it again.
Huh?
Ring it again.
Nuts to him. Let him wait. Look, officer, don't run me in, will you? Every New Year's I get runned in for something. I'm a lonely man. I ain't got a friend to my name.
Well, aren't you forgetting your wife?
I'm trying awful hard to. Every New Year's Eve she gets me into trouble, all because of her. Like back in 1943. I came home on furlough and she was gone. And there I was in my little apartment all alone with my can of Sterno. I can't drink coffee. It keeps me awake. Well, anyhow, I walked down the hall to phone my wife. And I heard a whack captain arguing with her husband who happened to be a colonel.
But I tell you, I did get a present. I can't remember where I hid it.
Oh.
It's something you couldn't get from a supply sergeant either.
Don't tell me that, you 90-day wonder. You couldn't even find us a quiet place to live off the post. Listen to that racket next door.
That noise isn't coming from next door. It's coming from that service pantry in the hall. Service pantry? That's where I hid your Christmas presents. I'll be right back.
Wait, they're my presents. I want to get them.
Okay, go get them.
Close that door, tacky girl. 6 o'clock. What?
Oh, a private. Come out of there.
Get lost, blubber boy.
Haven't you learned military courtesy, soldier? Do you see this bird on my shoulder?
Yeah?
You know what that means?
That bird on your shoulder?
Yes.
Don't tell me you're an Eagle Scout. I used to be a cub myself. And they threw me out of the brownie.
What are you doing in this broom closet anyway, soldier?
I'm trying to call my wife, long distance, sir.
Well, the telephone booth is downstairs.
And this was going to be there, too, if this operator don't answer for me. I've been jiggling this hook for 2 hours now.
Look, soldier, you're in the wrong place.
Why don't you go to the right place and leave me alone?
Soldier, the phone booth is downstairs across the hall.
Well, that's where I am, downstairs across the hall.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am. You go downstairs across the hall and look in the phone booth, and if I'm there, you come back up here and apologize.
What's your name? I said, what's your name? What's your name?
Pudding Tame. Ask me again, I'll tell you.
I'll have you court-martialed. Who's your company commander?
Well, I'd rather you didn't speak to my company commander about me. You see, I've been AWOL for 3 weeks, and it might upset him.
Now, don't let him upset you. Let me handle it. Look, if you'll pardon us, private, we'd like to get in there.
Oh, you would you? Well, you wait in line like everybody else. Other people would like to make a phone call, too. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody wants to make a phone call, so you get in line and wait like everybody else.
We didn't come here to make a phone call.
Oh, eavesdropping, huh? A couple of listening toms.
Look, it'll only take us a few seconds.
I'm sorry. Beside that blonde boy standing in the corner's next.
That's a broom.
He certainly is. You ever see such straight hair in all your life? Well, that's the first boy I've ever seen with an upsweep, huh? He's skinny, too, ain't he?
Look, fella, I hid my wife's Christmas presents in this closet. I'm already a week late, so could I please get them?
Yeah, well, what did you hide?
Well, one was a bottle of perfume.
Is that what that was?
You didn't open it, did you, soldier?
Don't call me soldier. Private Sweet Breath is good enough for me. By golly, you're just like me. I hid my presents down in the basement, but I'll never do it again. I lost a tube of... It was the large economical. I lost a tube of shaving cream and a sick razor. When I went for them, they were gone. Somebody stole them.
Now, who would take someone else's Christmas present?
I don't know, but while I was down there, a clean-shaved rat skipped by.
Come on, soldier. You've been in there long enough.
Okay. Hey, blonde boy, you better hurry and make your call. They'll throw you out, too.
That's a broom.
Well, I hope he makes out better than I did.
See, here are your Christmas presents, dear.
Oh, how nice. How nice. I got my wife a present, too, you know.
You did?
Yeah, don't look for this, because it ain't there. Yeah, would you like to know what I got her?
Yes, I would.
You would what?
What did you get your wife for Christmas?
A little nosy, ain't she? Well, she always wanted a string of pearls, but they were too... They were too expensive, so I got her 2 oysters and a piece of string. She can work it out from there. I gotta go call her. She's mad at me because I like to celebrate. You know?
Well, now, don't worry about it, soldier. We all bow to temptation now and then.
I didn't bow. I fell flat on my face.
Well, we'll let you go call your wife.
Well, thank you very much, Colonel. Now, let's see. You said this was the closet. This must be the phone booth over here.
No. That's the elevator door.
I know what I'm doing.
You okay?
No, I broke my Mickey Mouse watch. And now David Rose and his Procter & Gamble Orchestra will play Cole Porter's Just One of Those Things.
You know, there's more than one way to do most everything. You take washing dishes. There's the old way and the new. And the new way is with Tide. Yes, Procter & Gamble's Tide washes dishes cleaner than any soap you ever used. And Tide cuts through grease better than any soap ever did. And oh, how much pleasanter and easier dishwashing is with no scum in the water. No greasy ring round the pan. Not to mention the way Tide wash dishes and glasses rinse and dry sparkling clear. Yes, Tide leaves them dazzling, with not a trace of dulling film. And all that happens, believe it or not, even when you don't do a bit of wiping or polishing. So try Tide. See how those Tide suds billow up instantly. See how they last and last, even when you're using the very hardest kind of water. And notice how kind they are to your hands. Yes, for washing dishes, Tide's got everything. So you get Tide tomorrow.
And now, a page from the Mean Little Kid's Diary.
Leave it, Derry. We'll milk this tonight. Remember when your folks used to get all dressed up to celebrate New Year's? And you seem to be in the way just like Junior, the mean little kid.
Is that you?
Yeah, kiddo. Come on now, spit it out. Be nice now. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Junior, what on earth are you doing to that cat?
Don't get excited. I'm not hurting him. I'm not hurting him at all. Spit it out. Come on, spit it out. See, I overheard the secretary of the skunk patrol say there was $2 in the kitty. Now, if I can just get him to spit it out, I can start off the new year very prosperous. Hey, what you all dressed up for?
Your father and I are going out to see the New Year in.
Oh, well, maybe with me here it will refuse to come in. Do you ever think of that?
Did I hear my name referred to in someone's conversation?
Pop, me stale breadwinner.
Hello, son.
Hi.
Lorene, are my clean shirts back from Santa Anita?
Your dress shirts are in the top drawer of the bureau.
Hey, Pop, can you write in the dairy? Hey, what are you wearing anyhow? What are you wearing tonight?
My full dress tails.
Tails? What you going to do, make a monkey out of yourself?
Junior, I think you'd better get ready for bed.
I don't want to go to bed.
Lorene, have you seen my collar button?
Have you seen his collar button?
It probably rolled under the bureau again.
Rolled under the bureau again.
Well, have you seen my cufflinks?
Have you seen his cufflinks?
They also probably rolled under the bureau again.
Probably rolled under the bureau again.
I'll go ask your father. Junior, have you seen Grandpa?
He probably rolled under the bureau.
Go to your room or do something.
Oh, hey, Mommy, where and your Pop going tonight?
Well, we're going to the same place we went last New Year's.
You mean poor old Namor's got to get out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning to bail you out again?
Now, that's enough.
No, hey, what kind of dress is that you wearing? I never seen one like that before.
You haven't?
No,
it's
got
an
no
evening gown.
Is it?
Yeah. How do you like it?
Well, don't look now, kiddo, but you got too much stuff crammed in your hip pocket.
That's a bustle.
A bustle?
Yes.
Looks more like a bushel.
That's enough. Now, please, Junior, go to your room.
Oh.
And so I'll know where you are. Lock yourself in and bring me the key.
Okay. Go to me room, lock myself in, and bring you the nuts, the whole family.
Junior. Mother!
Yes, Lorene?
Will you please take care of Junior?
No, that would be against the law.
Snake pit I'm living in, a snake.
Will you please come down here?
And miss all of this? I guess not, kiddo.
I have something for you.
Well, just brush your hair with it.
I mean that dart game you got for Christmas, the one you lost.
Oh, you found it?
I found one of the darts. You left it in my chair.
You didn't sit on it.
Not for long, I didn't.
Oh, goodness me, you probably bend it all out of shape. Oh, boy, me dart game. I'm going to slide down the banister quicker. I'll get me this. Well, boy, I never do that again. Never do that, boy. Somebody put chewing gum on the banister and derailed me.
Now, what
What were you doing up there to upset your mother?
Everything I could. I had me reputation to think of, you know. They're planning to get blotto tonight.
Junior, your parents are only going to celebrate the New Year. That is an American custom.
Oh, yes.
Tonight is the night when people get carried away.
You said it. Some by the police and some by the ambulance. Hey, look, you make them take a taxi cab wherever they're going, because I know me papa that stagger juice boy. Besides, I have no desire to attend the orphans' picnic next year.
That's a very good suggestion.
Yeah.
But instead of showing so much concern about them, what plans are you making for next year?
Well, I hope to be the imperial potentate of the skunk patrol.
Oh.
I just hope I'm potent enough. Hey, you know what the skunk said to the bear?
No. What?
The bear said to the skunk?
No, dear.
He says, where do you get that stuff?
Drive me out of my mind yet.
Well, you're already past the intersection, so don't worry.
Well,
Pretty hot. Bye.
Happy New Year now.
Happy New Year, Mother.
Happy New Year.
And you too, son.
Good night. He's loaded already.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Remember, drive carefully.
Well, here we is, all alone.
Yes. But I'm not afraid. I'm going to let you stay up with me and welcome in the New Year.
Oh, really?
Now, come on. Sit on my lap.
Okay. Oh, boy. Woo. Say, you lost some weight. Huh? You're not as springy as you used to be.
You're just getting heavier, Junior.
Oh.
It won't be long before I won't be able to hold you on my lap anymore.
Well, then I'll hold you on me lap.
You will?
Yeah, 'cause I'm going to need a lot of lap, you know. I say the large economical size. Like that tub of shaving cream. Hey, Nemo, what you sitting there looking in the fireplace just daydreaming for?
I'm thinking of you and myself.
Really?
How closely related we are to this hour. You're 1949, and I'm 1948. The new and the old.
Ah, you not so old. Why, you got more teeth than I have, and they're newer than mine. Shall I go get the glass? Would you like to retire for the night? Hey, Nemo, do you think I'll be as smart as you is?
Oh, you'll be much smarter, Junior dear. Because in this atomic age, we have very few hidden facts. Almost every question can be answered with intelligence, not ignorance.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you will, dear. You will, dear, in time. Now, let's talk about your plans for 1949.
Okay.
Are you going to be destructive and show a loss? Or will you be better in character and show a profit?
I'm going to try to be good on me own, too. I'm not going to say, I'll be good if you gives me a nickel. I'll be good if you buy me ice cream. This year, I'm going to be good for nothing.
Well, that's one way of making a resolution and not breaking it. But you're not really bad.
I don't know. I won't be able to start off the new year with a clear slate. I'll tell you that. There's so many things left to do in 1948, you know.
Well, you have a few hours left. Go ahead and do them.
You realize what you're saying? You're the natural-born sport, ain't you, huh? Well, first I want to do is slam the door just to see what would happen real hard. Guess what I thought? Guess what I thought?
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready for 1949. Now for that statue of Little Egg Wipe. Little Egypt. Looking at that thing.
Oh, my beautiful graduation present. You come here to me.
Not until I do one thing that I wanted to do for a long time. Feed you a can of that spinach. It's so good for me.
Oh, no. Now, you come here to me.
No, you can't stop me. I'm hot tonight.
Junior.
I might really do this upright. I might burn up me playpen. Might even burn up the house. Everybody, me with it. Oh, no.
You see? You scared yourself.
No, I just remembered I don't have no matches.
Oh. Well, maybe next year.
Thanks for being with us tonight, and we hope you liked our program well enough to be with us next week. So until next Friday...
This is Red Skelton saying thanks for listening, thanks for buying more and more of that Wash Day Miracle Tide. And Happy New Year, everybody.
Tide's in how Tide gets clothes cleaner than any soap. T-I-D-E, Tide.
Procter & Gamble invites you to join us again with Red Skelton next Friday. And now stay tuned to The Life of Riley, which follows immediately. Red Skelton is heard on this program through the courtesy of Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bill Stern speaking to you tonight from Hollywood, California.
Bill Stern, the Colgate Shave Cream Man, is on the air. Bill Stern, the Colgate Shave Cream Man, with stories rare. Take his advice and you'll look keen. You'll get a shave that's really clean. You'll be a Colgate brushless fan.
The 479th edition of the Colgate Shave Cream Sports Newsreel.
Featuring America's most famous collector of yarns and stories, radio's #1 sports reporter, Bill Stern.
Good evening. Tonight, as usual, we bring you stories, some legends, some hearsay, but also interesting. We'd like to pass them along to you. We're broadcasting tonight from Hollywood, California, and we're in Hollywood getting ready to broadcast tomorrow's Harbor Bowl football game between Nevada and Villanova. Our guest tonight is the famous motion picture star, Mr. George Raft. But before you meet George Raft in person, here is Real One. Tonight, even though I'm in Hollywood, the land of broken promises, here's one New Year's resolution that any man can keep. That is, to treat your face to shaves that leave your face feeling really comfortable afterward. How do you do it? By using Colgate Brushless Shaving Cream. Try it now on this swell proposition. There is $1 cash that says Colgate Brushless will win you in a flash. And here's why.
Because it's light and fine textured, Colgate Brushless completely surrounds, softens, and supports each bristle better than greasy, heavy creams. No matting down, no clogging. Your razor doesn't skid or skip when you use Colgate Brushless, but cuts through, clean and smooth.
You'll see the difference that light, fine texture a Colgate Brushless Shaving Cream makes. Colgate Brushless gets whiskers so soft there's no razor pull, no aftershave tenderness. Your beard comes off slick and smooth, and your face feels cool and refreshed afterward. Yes, sir, for a face-happy New Year, get a large or giant-sized tube or jar of Colgate Brushless Shaving Cream. Use it 1 week. If that doesn't convince you that Colgate Brushless is tops in shaves, just send the carton top back to me, Bill Stern, care of Colgate, Jersey City, Zone 2, New Jersey, and you'll get $1 back, but quick. Now, how's about it? There's $1 cash, says Colgate Brushless wins you in a flash. Reel 2, 1948 in review. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're broadcasting from Hollywood, California, on this, the last evening of 1948. This is New Year's Eve. In a few moments, 1948 will be just a memory. But before this year does become history, let's go back and review the great sports stories of the past year. Remember, some of these are legends, others hearsay. Here they are. Stories that you may have heard during this past year. Memories that must not be forgotten on this, the last night of 1948.
1948 passes in review.
The biggest story of this passing year was the death of Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, the orphan boy who became the idol of every child, the hero of a nation, the greatest baseball player of all time. Yet, you know, whenever I mention the name of Babe Ruth, I think of a strange story that we told this year, even though actually it was a story that began many years ago. A story that began one day when newsboys were shouting,
"Extra! Extra! Get your paper! Babe Ruth sick! Babe Ruth taken to hospital! Read all about it!"
Babe Ruth was a mighty sick man that day. He was sick because he'd eaten 30 hot dogs and because he drank 12 bottles of soda pop. Strangely enough, the man who fed Babe Ruth those 30 hot dogs and those 12 bottles of pop was then the Yankee bat boy. But the strangest part of this story is that the boy who was responsible for Babe Ruth's illness then, that boy is today playing Babe Ruth's life on the screen. For his name is Bill Bendix. The next story we told in 1948 took place on
February the 20th.
This was the story of a great wrestler who came out of the University of Pennsylvania, a wrestler named Bob Allman. Bob Allman went on to become a great sports announcer. And as he said on this program last February...
Yes, I'm a sports announcer. I broadcast wrestling matches, track meets, and football games.
That's the story. The story of a great wrestler who became a great sports announcer. Today, as he said, he broadcasts all kinds of sports events, despite the fact that he is blind. Let's continue with our memories of the great sports stories of this passing year. On this, our last broadcast of 1948. Remember the story we told on
August the 6th.
Then we were in London, England, broadcasting the 1948 Olympic Games. In London at that time, two British prize fighters, Herbert Bailey and George Pawson, were scheduled to fight. But what the crowd did not know was that George Pawson had agreed to take a dive in the second round. The fight was a fake. In the second round, George Pawson did fall to the canvas just as he'd agreed to do. Not a blow had been struck. A fallen fighter lay on the floor, and while he was being counted out, he winked up at the referee to show that he was all right. And yet when the referee finished the count and went to help this fallen fighter back to his feet, this fighter, who was not hurt, and who was only lying on the floor only because he'd agreed to throw that fight and who had fallen to that floor without a single blow being struck, was dead. Our 1948 Parade of Memories is passing in review. The next great story we told this year happened on
September the 3rd.
We can never forget the story we told that day. The story of a big game hunter. A hunter named Shorty. A hunter who last year in Africa shot and killed
a lion, a wild buffalo, 5 crocodiles, a hippopotamus, a herd of elephants.
Yeah, this hunter named Shorty shot the most dangerous big game animals in Africa. And yet the incredible part of the story is the fact that this big game hunter is a girl. A girl who shot all of these animals despite the fact that she was only 12 years old. Tonight on this last day of 1948, we're retelling the best sports stories we've told during this year. Memories of great sports stars that must never be forgotten. Perhaps the next great sports story of 1948 we told on
November the 5th.
This was one of the most incredible stories that we told this year. A story that reached its climax only last November. However, the story began several years ago back in the town of Lander, Wyoming. Lander, Wyoming, then, had a baseball team. And everybody in Lander was proud of their team. And yet the week before the team was scheduled to play for the state championship, tragedy struck. Their star pitcher was kidnapped by a rival team. Immediately, the team manager hired another pitcher, a youngster named Lester Hunt, that he had to bring to Wyoming from Illinois. And the youngster named Lester Hunt from Illinois pitched a wonderful game. In fact, he won the baseball championship of the state of Wyoming. Well, that's the story. The story of a baseball pitcher named Lester Hunt, who was brought from Illinois to Wyoming to pitch a game of baseball. But the strangest part of the story is that this man named Lester Hunt, who never would have come to Wyoming except for his ability as a baseball state. However, in remembering the great sports stories that we told during 1948, we must not forget the story of a man who died in jail during the past year. His name was Cyril Walker, and we told this story on
September the 17th.
Cyril Walker had been a golf caddy. He carried anybody's golf bags for a few pennies. Strange that Cyril Walker should carry anyone's golf bags for a few pennies, because not so long ago, he was the golf champion of the United States.
Just a minute, Bill Stern. May I interrupt you for a moment?
You certainly may, George. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the famous motion picture star, George Raft.
Bill, you've talked a lot tonight about your memories of the past year, the year of 1948. And, Bill, I have my memories, too. Memories not only of this year, but of many other years. Years in which I've watched the greatest sports figures pass in review.
Such as who, George?
Well, I remember Mickey Walker, Tony Canzoneri, Billy Patrol, Benny Leonard, Barney Ross, Lou Gehrig, Christy Matheson, Walter Johnson, Ty Cobb, Tris Speaker, Red Grange, Bronco Nagurski, The Four Horsemen, Ernie Nevers, Benny Friedman, Bill Tilden, Bobby Jones, Earl Sandy, George M. Cohan.
George M. Cohan, why, he was a songwriter.
Sure he was, Bill. But George M. Cohan did a lot for sports. You know the story, Bill. Why don't you tell it?
I will, George. And thanks a lot for reminding me of it. Several years ago, there was a great athlete named John Shea out at the University of Notre Dame. He was such a great athlete that finally a dinner was given in his honor. A dinner at which the toastmaster was the famous George M. Cohan. And that night, as George M. Cohan got up to speak, he said,
"Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to pay tribute to John Shea of Notre Dame. I wish I could say that his great athletic records will last forever, but they won't. Someday someone will come along and beat these records. That's true in sports, but it's not true in my business. I'm a songwriter, and if I write a great song, it does last. Since John Shea is musically inclined, I'd like to suggest that he devote himself to creating music that might last, rather than athletic records that will not last."
John Shea of Notre Dame was impressed with what George M. Cohan had said that night. That's why later on, back in George M. Cohan's apartment, he and Mr. Cohan stood around the piano talking of music. And in that room that night, under George M. Cohan's guidance, John Shea began a song that was destined to become America's best-known college march, for it was this night that John Shea wrote the song that's inspired the men of Notre Dame.
While her loyal sons are marching onward to victory.
The next time you hear that great song at the University of Notre Dame, remember that it might never have been written, but for a night some years ago when a young composer, John Shea of Notre Dame, was introduced to the famous George M. Cohan, who showed him how to write a song. Showed him how by writing a song himself that same night. A song that's lasted just as long as Notre Dame's victory march. For it was on the same night in that same room that Notre Dame's song was written, that George M. Cohan wrote his immortal song. It's a grand old flag.
On the grand old flag should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. From Hollywood, California, on this, the last night of the old year, 1948, we brought you the best stories that we told during this past year. Stories that must not be forgotten. Stories from out of the past that have made up our profiles and portraits for posterity. Since we're broadcasting from Hollywood tonight, here's the best in the Far West, Don Stan.
Men, a shaving cream has to be mighty good to make a proposition like this. There's $1 cash, says Colgate Brushless wins you in a flash. Try it and see for yourself. You'll discover this.
Because it's light and fine textured, Colgate Brushless completely surrounds, softens, and supports each bristle better than greasy, heavy creams. There's no matting down, no clogging. Your razor doesn't skid or skip when you use Colgate Brushless. It cuts through clean and smooth.
Yes, that light, fine-textured Colgate Brushless really fixes tough whiskers, makes shaving wonderfully fast, slick, and easy, and leaves your face feeling delightfully relaxed and comfortable.
Tomorrow, buy a large or giant-sized tube or jar of Colgate Brushless shaving cream. Use it a week. If you are not convinced that Colgate Brushless makes shaving right for you, then I'll send you $1. Just mail the carton top back to me, Bill Stern, care of Colgate, Jersey City, Zone 2, New Jersey. Now, how's about it? There is $1 cash, says Colgate Brushless wins you in a flash. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the 3-0 mark for tonight. We've been broadcasting tonight from Hollywood, California. Next week we'll be back, same time, same stations, also from Hollywood, when our guest will be Eddie Cantor. See you then. And until then, I'll be seeing you on the screen in the News of the Day newsreels at your favorite Lowe's or Associated Theaters. Now, till next Friday night at the same time, when our guest will be Eddie Cantor, this is Bill Stern wishing you all a good night from Hollywood.
Bill Stern, the Colgate Shave Cream Man, is on his way. Bill Stern, the Colgate Shave Cream Man, headlock. It told you tales of sport heroes, the inside dope he really knows. So listen in next Friday night. COLGATE.
Tomorrow night over NBC, hear Colgate's Hour of Fun. Hilarious Judy Canova, followed immediately by A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. George Raft, who appeared on this program tonight, may soon be seen starring in his latest picture, Outpost in Morocco. The Bill Stern Show tonight came from Hollywood, California. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.